Mix check. Hello. pleasure.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I know we've been sitting here not talking for quite a minute. How's everybody doing? Cam? Two-Tone?
Good evening. Well, it is very late evening for me, but it's good to see you. My first event now. I can break many things. I'm not quite sure what to expect, but I'm excited. We've done a little bit of eSTOL over the last couple of weeks. Got an introduction, and I'm very excited. We join you here for the finals.
Absolutely, brother. I don't know if Cam's having some audio issues.
I am back.
Oh, there's Cam. How you doing, Cam?
Pretty good, Kando. How are you doing, man?
Doing good. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, good to see you too. Good to see Two-Tone as well.
You too,
Cam.
Good to meet you, buddy.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have an exciting competition here, it being the last one of the season.
It's exciting. Right, let's see what our live studio audience, if you guys can keep us honest here. If we do a quick audio visual test just to make sure that everyone is heard correctly. We have some beautiful B-roll behind us, a live helicopter flight over the course for today. But we'll just go down through the chat just to make sure that they can hear and see everyone. Not that you want to be looking at my face. Keep an eye on Cam and Kando. They should be happy out. So if someone is not being broadcast, just put their name and then 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, whatever. So we know where it's all at.
Alrighty.
Awesome. Weather's looking good, right?
Yeah, weather is looking good. We can get that in just a moment.
This is great fun now. I'm known for breaking things. If the production is not my fault, blame the Murphy fella. But okay, we're getting some reports. A little bit of echoing going on. Sounds good. Twitch stream is crisper, says Mac. All right. Sharktail says everything's good as well. So I think we're looking good.
Everything.
So we're here in
leave it all on the
California
table.
to Johnson's farm, and the weather looks good. The scenery looks incredible. Loads of aircraft lined up. The selfies being taken. Always great to see.
Yep, we got everybody lined up. They're going to throw it down today for all the beans, Murph.
For all the beans, and the question's got to be, right? I mean, for all the different categories we have, from all the different contestants that we have, it'd be great now to ask our guys watching. I mean, who are you rooting for today? I mean, do you guys have any fan favorites? Who do you think is going to come away with the best score possible? It'll be interesting to see how it all turns out.
Yeah, maybe Brown Dog. Think I'm gonna pull one out for Brown Dog. See what he's gonna do for us today. I think he might be in contention for some winning of the things.
So Brown Dog, I mean, joined eSTOL out in Oklahoma, eSTOL back in 2024. I mean, there's experience, no doubt, to see how he's going to get on with this one. And this is definitely going to be interesting to see what happens. Like, we've got a good crew of pilots competing today. And as I said, my kind of baptismal fire into this was only a couple of weeks ago. We're always aware of National Stall and, of course, eSTOL. But it's very much like, there's a full thing going on here. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Not only, I mean, for folks who are new here, I mean, the whole thing with eSTOL, you might say, it's of course, right? It's a big track. But it changes. The thing is evolving because, you have weather, right? I mean, you're all sorts of weather hitting you, not just, basic wind, but if you look at the terrain surrounding where the course is at as well, different objects, obstacles, they're all going to have an impact on what the pilots have to respond and act to. So it's always a challenge, even if you learn and be practicing all day, that weather starts changing, it has a direct impact on your aircraft. And it's definitely going to change how it is you're going to fly. So yeah, I mean, with everyone who's competing today, it's great to see that we have a couple of new folks. We have a couple of seasoned veterans also as well, and you know, getting some of the notes, just figuring out, you know, where did people start off from? How did they fall into this sport? And you can definitely see it. I mean, you know, Kando, you're guilty as charged for a good few folks. Bursix as well, of course. It's more Kali, and the list goes on, which is great to see.
Yeah, and we also want to give a massive shout out to the championships sponsors today, starting off with airline main. And of course, National eSTOL as well. Now, a lot of you guys, maybe this is your first competition. So the question comes up, what is eSTOL? What is eSTOL? Well, you're in luck because we've got a nice video that explains just what eSTOL is. And it's going to teach you everything you need to know about today's competition. Run it.
Takeoff and landing competitions are simple. We have the pilots here competing in separate classes to get the lowest score possible. As you see behind me, we have the start-finish line, so let's start with the takeoff.
This runway is marked with a start-finish line, and as a competitor parks their main gear on the line, they apply power and position their aircraft to get off the ground as soon as possible. Once their main gear leaves the ground, a line judge will mark their takeoff score using the measuring line along the side. This score will be added to the pilot's landing score on this heat. The landing is in two parts. It's either over the line and counted, or if the pilot's main gear touches down before the line, or even touches the line, this heat score is scratched and results on a landing disqualification, and the pilot will have to rely on another takeoff and landing score to get them on the podium. A quick look at our aircraft shows we have two types of landing gear: tricycle and tail draggers. On the tail dragger aircraft, the score is marked from the two main wheels toward the front of the airplane. And for tricycle landing gear, the score is marked by the two main gear in the rear of the aircraft. It's a fierce competition out here, but at the end of the day, it's all about building better and safer pilots in the skies.
It's a great day for STOL competitions. Let's get it started.
Alrighty, there it is. That is,
you know what it is
rules,
now.
Rules for today. Now there is actually, I don't know if you guys have read this, there are some special championship rules and regulations that we will be following today. Now, just like he said, normal is 3 takeoffs, 3 landings. You combine your takeoff and landing, and that gives you your score. Now, on the championship rules for the finals, we actually have an extra set here, and I'm just going to read it to you so I don't mess anything up. So, of course, we do our first 3 heats. They are conducted as normal, and competitions would normally be produced. The special landing challenge is an attempt after your main class has run its 3 patterns or heats. Now, the objective of this challenge is to land on an observed landing spot, the line, and touch down either on the line or closest to the line and take off again as a touch and go. The way that this will be scored is that the distance will be measured from the start-finish line to the point where the main wheels have touched the ground. This could be on or even before the line, so no scratches in our extra heat here. So on, before, or after the line doesn't matter. That's just going to be a measured distance. There is no disqualification for landing before the line, right? So this is just a spot landing challenge. The only way that you can get disqualified in this is complete a touch and go, right? On 4th attempt, if you fail to complete a touch and go, on 4th attempt will result in immediate disqualification. You have 1 attempt. Also, you may be disqualified for any abrupt maneuvers or unsafe flying tactics as deemed unsafe by a national eSTOL official. How about that? So a little extra, a touch and go. You can land on the line, before the line, after the line, doesn't matter. It just has to be the closest to fan of that. Murphy, thoughts? Little touch and go practice.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I mean, like, we've tried this before, right? It's the concept comes across very, very easy. It's like, yeah, okay, I got this, but it's the aiming precision here. It's extraordinary to see how folks can do it, because, you know, in the sim, your peripheral vision is somewhat limited, right? I mean, okay, you could be in VR or whatever, but like, your view is fairly limited, so it's getting that aiming point right on the money, and it's knowing your aircraft, it's knowing exactly what the distance and the height is going to be of your plane as you're going to try and touch this down. So yeah, it's interesting, and that landing line is going to be definitely eyes on for sure.
Okay.
You know.
All right, and then we also have another knockout round. So these are also national finals rules. So the qualification is the top 6 pilots from each class based on season points from regular events qualified for the championship knockout round in your season plane. So throughout the season, these pilots have been accruing points and rising up or falling down in the ranks from every competition. So the top 6 pilots from each class, based on the points, will have and qualify for the championship knockout round. Now, the way that this round will work is there will be no more than 6 pilots per class to compete in the finals. Top 6 in points. Not the 7th, not the 8th, the top 6. The format will be as follows. Heat 1, you will have the top 6 finishing pilots will compete. The lowest 2 will be disqualified. Then you have the top 4 going into heat number 2. The lowest 2 landing scores are disqualified. And then, of course, heat 3 is a showdown. The top 2 duel it out for the number 1 position. Lowest landing distance pilot with the lowest score becomes the top finisher of the knockout. And then we have the scoring. The final event scores count as separate points toward the annual championship total. This event will be worth 12, 5, 9, 12 and a half, 9, 7 and a half, 6, 5, and 4 points respective to the position you achieve. So everyone will receive separate points for where they fall in this national finals knockout round. The annual winner determination. The annual champion in each class is determined by the total point accumulated throughout the year with a set number of top event finishes, counting towards the final score plus the final event points. When will points be awarded? Distribution will take place after 48 hours as to give time for protest and scoring claims to be filled and executed. Thank you guys for a great season. I want to give a round of applause to all, of course, everyone watching the broadcast. You guys are what live and keeps these pilots going. We've got a great show for you guys today. I'm expecting some really, really tight competition from these competitors. Where we go now? Let's see here. Back over here.
So yes, there's buttons at play, but yeah, you've mentioned the competitors, so we have an idea of the of the rules. But what about our competitors? And we got a good list of competitors all here today. Starting off in the different classes, of course, we have a touring class, we have our backcountry class, unlimited class, and then we have knockout as well. So I suppose we can go from the top, Kando, if you want. We can go down through all the different tail numbers of who's going to be here and who's going to be competing together today.
I lost Kando, but it's all good. We've got the normal list up here. So race number 97, Tom Smith in the Wilga ADP. This is actually the Wilga class versus the Mall. So Tom Smith being from Pennsylvania, USA. Race number 92, Frozen Alaskan in the Wilga ADP from Alaska, USA. Number 942, Brown Dog, my choice is winner in the Wilga ADP in Southeast Kentucky. Number 03, Tim's Prime Time, also in the Wilga from Ontario. And number 94, Victor Vosser in the Mall M7, starting the M7s from Skotshuf, Poland. And number 96, Avgeek Amal from Bartow, Florida, also rocking the Mall M4.
So what will it be?
Absolutely.
Will it be the Maul, or is it going to be the Wilga? Two awesome aircraft.
They are very awesome aircraft, and we've seen Victor just throw his Maul all around the competition series pretty much the whole time this season. So, I mean, it's going to be a real toss-up, but I'm going to have to stick to my guns and say that the Wilga is going to be the winner.
Okay.
What about you two, Tone? What
Folks
do
in
you
our
think?
chat. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, the Wilga, it's an exceptional aircraft. But the Maul does have some certain advantages here as well. And yeah, it's looking where all the assignments are when the aircraft line up. I mean, they're both beautiful aircraft. The Wilga, I suppose there is something about it, man. It just has that kind of ruggedness. It's you can pelt it with a hammer and it's still going to be okay. But it'll be interesting, man. I don't know. Like, we have 4 Wilgas up against 2 Mauls. It's definitely going to be interesting. I wonder what the guys in our chat are going to be thinking as well. I mean, are we thinking, is this going to be Wilga? Is this going to be for the Maul? And some absolutely cracking liveries here as well, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me? Am I live here now?
Yeah,
Hey, we got you back.
bro.
Oh, I am a fanboy of both. The Maul is one of my favorite aircraft, in existence. I really do love it. But there's a reason there's 4 Wilga pilots out here. I mean, I don't know. Is it just an easier aircraft to fly? Is it more comfortable? Is it more stable? Maybe. But there also is a reason that one of the best competitors in the class, Mr. Victor Vassar, switched to the Maul. I mean, he's not... he knows what he's doing. We know that. He knows how to fly the aircraft. So there's a reason he switched. Maybe the Mauls show up today and show these Wilgas what they're made of. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Well, like the Wilgas, I mean, they've been manufactured all the way back to the 60s. I think the Maul sometime in the 1980s. I think 84 is when the Maul came along. So definitely the Wilga airframe has had lots more time of kind of evolving and also figuring out, well, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, it's like the viewpoint, I think, of the Wilga is that little bit more difficult. It seems to be sitting a little bit higher up compared to the Maul. Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, Kando, if you were going to be doing this, what would you rather? I mean, would you definitely be in the Wilga, or would you try for the Maul?
Well, with the Wilga being the ADP and not the ADX, we have a little less.
Okay, it was working great, and then we lost Kando.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he was getting at like the difference between the ADP and the ADX. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe the choice would be the Wilga here. It is a heavier aircraft. I mean, it's got that radio engine in there, and those radio engines are not light by any means. But man, it's just such a proven. Both of them are proven aircraft, but gosh, I don't know. I think if I was choosing in sim, I'm going to go with the ADP, and if I was choosing in real life, I'd probably go with the Maul.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's a beautiful livery, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They throw down.
Murph, did you see what it said under the flaps? I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah,
you need to put this on all of your aircraft. It says, "Fly good, don't suck." I think you should adopt that.
I mean, I could definitely learn from that. Maybe it should be like upside down. It might work better.
Yeah, that is the mantra of the late and great Rob Holland. In fact, you can get on. If you're a fan of Rob Holland, or if you know anything about aerobatics, you know that he was one of the greatest. And Fly Good, Don't Suck is pretty much on all of his merch, and was on his airplane.
That's awesome. Brown Dog and his little.
Yeah.
I like all the American themes here. What did it say?
It says Master Trainer on the side. That was hilarious. I'd never noticed that.
And
So,
here
like,
comes
from
the
the
Maul.
pilot's perspective here. Like,
No,
from
no,
the
you're
pilot's
good.
perspective, I mean, they're just sat here, they're just getting themselves ready. Everything's relatively calm right now. From their perspective, maybe it's not as calm. getting to show off the aircraft for the first time for today. I mean, this is where you kind of flex, right? I mean, this is like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and beware, stand back. There's something going to happen. Is there anything that you guys, I mean, that you've picked up over the vast experience of the eSTOL Championship? I mean, when you look at the Wilga, I mean, characteristics directly for that aircraft, even anything down to like the cowl flap on the front, in and around the prop, when you consider that against them all, I mean, is there direct advantages or even disadvantages between both aircraft?
I think the Wilga has a pretty good advantage in it being just the angle of attack that you're able to land that aircraft. When it sits on the ground, it's sitting really tall in the front, which allows you to bring it in at a wild angle attack and extremely slow. Now, the Maul also has a pretty aggressive angle attack with its bush wheels. The Maul also has huge barn door flaps that allow it to fly at really slow speeds. A little bit of rigid suspension on both of them, so I don't know if suspension comes into play here. But I would say I like the Wilga just because of how it sits. Its angle of attack. I mean, it is a STOL monster. It's proven time and time again to be competitive in these competitions. So for me, that the way that the Wilga sits, its high angle of attack, its capabilities, I'm taking the Wilga characteristic-wise. Now, you do have an issue with visibility in the Wilga with that high angle of attack, but these pilots have done it over and over again, hundreds and thousands of times. It's like clockwork to them. I think they'll be just fine in either plane.
And here's the thing as well. I mean, anyone who's watching this who'd like, I'd love to be taking part in this. I mean, you absolutely can. This is the final for 2025. Next year is just around the corner. And, I mean, the little bit that we've done in our own streams with Kando and with North Cali, you have the option to compete in all of this, which is great to see as well. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens here now when these guys get going. And it's fierce competitive, right? I mean, it is. Let's see what happens.
I'm excited. Underway here.
We know
the 2025 championships. I don't know if they do. They might be in Discord trash talking. I know I would be. I would be in there just getting in their heads, And everyone always asks. The reason I don't compete is because you don't want to see me win the championship every single year. Year after year, I'm up on the podium. You just don't want that. I want you guys to be able to compete with each other and not just be blown out of the water every single competition. So I know that question is going to come up. That is why I don't compete. I want you guys to have a fighting shot.
Yeah, I mean that's your one shot at fame. You retired to make it fair for everyone else, I suppose. And then you woke up in a cold sweat wondering how you got there, right?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Our first competitor is lined up. Right. Live action, baby. And we'll be getting the green flag here very soon. Now, I say this every competition. I'm sure it's ingrained in some of your heads. The goal of round one is just to put numbers on the board. Now, this is the championship. I know they're going to be pushing it. But numbers on the board is key here, because if we get numbers on the board, then we can push our limits in round 2 and round 3. But numbers on the board is key here for round number 1. Nice takeoff there.
From Smitty, he's got his full rig at the house. If you didn't see that, he had lifted up fairly early, but then he touched back down. It looked like, I don't know if that was a glitch or if that was official, but looked like it was good on his takeoff.
Looks like he had 122 feet there for his takeoff. Frozen Alaska getting up.
Yep.
Very close. 117 feet for Frozen Alaska. Nice numbers on the board early, but it comes down to the landings here.
And a shout out to our camera guys here as well. Great work. We're getting a really great view of what they're doing. And yeah, it's amazing to think, 117 feet airborne straight like that. No worries at all. The wind, it's not a direct headwind. It seems to be cutting across them a little bit, and you're seeing them having to counter that on their initial rollout there. So, yeah, this will... ooh, that looked tasty.
That did. He dropped that left wing just a little bit, but looked very clean from Brown Dog there. We'll be getting a score here in just a minute.
So for anyone who might be new here, again, the objective is it's getting the overall lowest amount of points. The lowest score is what's going to bring you through. So when it comes to your takeoff roll, the distance, and also then your landing, that's what you're going to be measured on. So here we got some of the miles coming up now.
If you notice too, very clean, the Wilga, most of the Wilga pilots are doing a 3-point takeoff. They're not really getting that tail up. It takes a little bit for that Wilga to get that tail up, but going back to its just static sitting angle of attack, it really creates a lot of lift on the ground roll. So if you notice, these Mauls are getting that tail wheel nice and high, getting that aircraft aerodynamic and building speed for the rotation. It's quite a different takeoff technique between these two aircrafts. Little long there, but again, numbers on the board is
down.
Did he? The whole roll probably.
Yeah, the whole row. So I think that's probably why it was just a little longer. But you know, Victor, I don't know, he knows that aircraft really well. So I mean, maybe he's just, you know, like you said, just putting some numbers on the board and just kind of making himself the ringer here in this first round.
It's definitely something that we learned. I mean, the importance of getting points on the board. I mean, you know, if you try and perfect it from the very beginning and it doesn't go right, you could walk away with nothing. So playing it safe just to kind of build a bit of confidence, just to get a proper feel for what the wind is doing, it plays good in the long run.
Now, we preach numbers on the board, but the last competition I was a part of, a guy scratched round 1, round 2. He came out round 3 and won the whole thing. So it can be done. You've just really got to lock in if you find yourself in that position. But they're going to get some good numbers on the board here. We've got Tom Smith inbound here for his first landing, round 1, in the Wilga ADP. Looks like he is crabbed just a little bit from that crosswind. He is clean and over the line. Beautiful. Numbers on the board. There we go.
Yeah. 40, is that 41 feet?
Oh, it can't be.
That's 41 feet.
No.
Yeah,
No,
that's what's reading.
no, there's no way.
150.
No,
No,
that's
he
not-
touched down at 41 feet. He stopped at 156.
Heck yeah.
There it is.
Getting two
So
insider.
he has a total
information.
score 278. 122-foot takeoff distance, 156-foot landing, 278, the first score of the day on the board. Frozen Alaska coming in. You can really see that crosswind there.
They're definitely fighting it already. It's great to see.
Yeah.
I mean, from the forecast as the day goes on, you know, is that wind going to pick up or will it die off a little bit? Either way, it's going to have an impact on what they're currently doing now versus what they got to do later.
Absolutely. Very nice. Getting aggressive on the
Nice
brakes. That looks nice and short.
Lad.
Just over the 100-foot mark, I believe.
Yeah, 111 feet for Frozen Alaska. So total score is 228, which puts him in first place for now.
For now.
But his touchdown distance was 18 feet, man. That's some accuracy there.
Yeah.
That's 18 feet from
Brown
the
dog.
line.
Coming in, dragging it. Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
Cam, that's your boy right there. Oh, man.
Yeah, seriously. Let's see what those
Showing up and
numbers
showing
are.
out round 1.
Right? Man.
He's feeling himself now. Oh, he's smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, Mrs. Brown Dog is probably sitting in the other room just like screaming right now.
She's like Mrs. Murphy right now at the rugby game.
Right?
Screaming.
Yeah.
You hear lads, everything's grand, right? It's all under control. But yeah, we're seeing some of this coming in here now. Let me see.
That looked like a scratch.
I think it
It
is.
was a scratch from Victor.
Number 94.
Don't have a landing number from Brown Dog just yet, but man, that's unfortunate for Victor.
Yeah, it looked good. Av Geek coming in. Nice. Numbers on the board. Looks like maybe 150, 160 there. 162 landing. total score of... It's not
Seem to
calculating.
be missing a takeoff
162
there,
landing.
so,
Very
yeah.
good landing.
Yeah. So the scores we have at the moment, unfortunately, number 94 didn't qualify on the landing score, although the distance was super short. But we can definitely see that Frozen Alaska there with a landing distance of 111. Smithy in the number 97 down at 156. And then we have Aviation Boss coming in there at a 162. So not much in between them starting off.
No, pretty close. Frozen Alaskan in the lead currently. I don't know if Aviation Boss, I don't know if it calculated his takeoff. It says 0.
Yeah, it doesn't
So
look like it did.
there we go. Frozen Alaskan in the lead with 228. Tom there at 276. And AvGeek is going to be up in the air. We're not sure on that one yet.
All right. Yeah, nice.
He got that
textbook
tail wheel
takeoff.
up. Yeah, just a
Yep,
little bit.
bringing the
Changing
tail
up
up.
his technique.
Foxfly Studio in our chat saying that the deliveries are looking so nice. Gotta agree, they're absolutely stunning. And what's the background to these? I mean, does the pilot design their own, or how does it work?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure there was a guy in the eSTOL community that designs most of them. A lot of them do it themselves as well. I know there's a lot of talented livery creators who are competing as well. But they are very proud of those liveries, as you should be. All right.
Okay, just getting
Getting
some
some
scores in there from Brown Dog.
All right.
So we can see takeoff distance 104, landing distance 120. That's giving an overall score of 224. That's Brown Dog nicely.
Which takes the lead.
Well, I won't say nicely in the lead.
Yeah.
In the lead, he's only barely in the lead considering himself and Frozen Alaska. We got 4 points between the two of them.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
About to be a dog fight.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I like it. All right, Victor lined up, getting that tail wheel up.
All right.
Waiting for that green, green, green. Oh, don't take it too far there, Victor. Ooh, getting
Look at the
aggressive.
angle on that. Cutting the grass, man.
Getting aggressive.
Yeah, that's super textbook short field takeoff. Pop the flaps.
He might have
and-
puckered there just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very interested in AvGeek's approach with having the flaps down on the takeoff roll
Yeah.
and not popping them as he's pulling back the yoke. Since the maul would have the
Especially
yoke.
flaps of that size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
it's
so they
definitely-
produce lift, but they also produce drag as well. So
Right. You can see a little bit of a longer takeoff there. I'm not saying it's completely due to that, but it very well could be. See takeoff there. Not yet. 206, I think, on that takeoff for AvGeek. So a little bit longer
okay.
ground roll for potentially because of those flaps, but who knows? All right, coming around for round 2. Here we go. Everybody has numbers on the board except Victor, right? Yeah, Victor. So everyone's getting comfortable. We're probably going to see some shorter landings as they start to push and compete for that top spot. Winds are still coming across. Wish they could change at any second, gust or die. You never know what the weather's going to do.
Yeah.
Right across the line. That was clean.
Nice and stopped.
That looked pretty good.
Maybe 125?
131.
131.
Okay,
Not
yeah.
too shabby.
So a touchdown recorded there for Smithy of 21, and the overall stop of 131. I mean, that's quite good. I mean, that's it's somewhere in the midfield of what we've seen so far today from everyone competing. So it's that's a solid attempt.
Absolutely. We do have a comment. Cam, maybe you can answer this. I know I'm not exactly sure what class this aircraft is in, but the American Champion Scout, is that is qualified and that is a different class, correct?
Yeah, the Scout. Let's see. The Scout should be.
Frozen
Thinking-
Alaska.
Oh, no!
Tip over.
Oh no!
No.
Great
So to
balls
answer your
of fire.
question,
Poor
Sean,
devil.
It will be used. This is the touring class. So every class has aircraft that fall into that category. It is just not in this category. But yes, you will see some Scouts out here in another category. So who was that? Was that Tom? Who nosed over?
Might have been Brown.
Number
Dog?
92, Frozen Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Was it Frozen? Okay. Well, Frozen already has a good number on the board, and he's in the lead here. So, I mean, he can afford that one. But round 3, he needs to start making some moves.
Yeah, it's gonna be unfortunate for him.
We've got our 2 mauls on short final here. I believe that's going to be Victor Vassar coming in first, looking for redemption from round number 1. Trying to put those numbers on the board. And that is going to end the day for Frozen with that disqualification. So we treat the eSTOL just like you would in the real world, and if you were to nose over your aircraft in the real world, you would not be flying anymore. So unfortunately, Frozen is going to be out of it today. Oh, no!
No!
We have another prop strike. This is
Just
it's
as
gotta
I'm
be the crab coming in.
explaining.
Another black flag.
Oh, no, brother.
It's got to be the worst feeling in the world. It's like it's all going great, and suddenly, no. It's man. It's got to be that crab going in because I mean, you can see the accuracy of the touchdown. It's just on the brakes. There's way too much inertia going forward, and there's no way to kind of pull it back. So that's 2 prop strikes we've just seen.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Foxfly Studios has a nose grind in the chat.
I guess you could call it that for sure.
Disappointment City.
So we got Brown Dog coming in. This is looking nice and slow.
Just
Oh,
over
this
the
could be close.
line. Right over that 100-footer. Looking good. With Frozen and Victor out of it, it's looking like Mr. Cam might have predicted this one. I think he's probably got some money in the game here. I don't know. Maybe some insider
Man,
trading.
it's just some voodoo magic.
All right, let's get our round 2 scores here. I know Brown Dogs are just a little bit delayed. But I know that board is going to get shuffled around here, especially with 2 disqualifications. Let's see where the chips fall.
Absolutely. So from our first outing, we've had 2 prop strikes, but also some very good scoring as well. So it's still very much open. Also, the reactions from the pilots has got to be said. I mean, when they see that there's an issue, go around straight away. It's impressive to see it. Like there's no reaction. It's just instantly they carry on.
Yeah, and then you almost ice yourself because you might have a really, really good, stable approach, and then you've got to go around and get your nerves back calmed down for another one. So it's kind of unfortunate, too, with that go-around is, well, you've just got to control it for one more round and see if you can get the same results. We have Avgeet coming in here. This should be her
And then the
first
ball.
actual numbers on the board.
Ooh, that was
Very
real smooth.
nice. Very nice.
Yes.
A little skip and a hop over the line there.
Yep. That was, wow. Very impressed by that landing.
Total score there of 330. Very good landing of 124. Unfortunately, that takeoff distance was 206. So very good landing. Just got to get that takeoff distance down. And Mr. Havgeek will be competing. Round 3 coming up. The last shot to take the lead here.
Yeah.
The pressure is on in the touring class, first of the day.
Right, Smitty.
It's a nice clean
Tail
takeoff.
wheel up for just a moment. Nice. That rig is
24
absolutely
feet on that takeoff.
insane.
Insane, right? Are there like air
rig is
blowers on
nuts.
it as well?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Here we go, Brown Dog. Looking like, I guess we'll get that number here in just a moment.
Looked like maybe 96-foot takeoff. I'm not sure if that's correct here. Let's go ahead and refresh.
Here comes Geek on the rollout. Yeah, man. I mean, look, you can see that wind. It catches them straight away. Like they got to aim slightly into it, and
Yeah.
like as soon as they're up to like 5 feet or so, it's straight on them.
There we go. There's our updated leaderboard. Mr. Brown Dog coming in first place at 213. Fresno, Alaska Fresno, Alaskan is disqualified currently. Tom Smith at 256 and Avgeek at 330. And that is the leaderboard for the second round coming into the third now. Let's see how it shuffles. Or if it shuffles, Brown Dog could come in and hold on to that lead.
Smitty on final.
Still got that wind. Nice and stable, though. Here come the flaps in. Wait until that last second to kind of kick that rudder and straighten her up. A little far over the line, but still
probably gave up
clean.
15 feet or so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Think about maybe
22 feet,
130.
what they're saying. Yep, 136 on that landing.
I'm
Gave
on
up
the money today.
22. Yeah, dude.
Eyeballing them. I don't know how I'm doing that.
Next up, Brown Dog. Ooh,
Oh, that was impressive.
right over the line.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Then he cut the power, cut the engine right as he crossed
Yeah,
the line.
that was impressive. You can't complain about that at all.
Same for Av.
So,
Yeah, what were
so
you
am I
about to
right
say?
in saying we got the main 3 heats and then we got heat 4, which is the landing challenge touch and go?
Yep.
Okay.
So this
That's
will
for
be
very
the
electric.
knockout, correct?
Yep, this should be. Is this the knockout or is this the landing challenge? The spot landing.
Oh,
touch
yeah.
and go challenge.
right, touch and go challenge underway. Again, the goal of this is just to touch down close to the line. It can be before the line, it can be on the line, it can be after the line. Touchdown, and then of course do a successful touch and go. So roll out a little bit, get back in the power, and take back off. But just touchdown as close to the line as possible is the name of the game.
Yeah, so if you were following the in real life competition series, this is kind of adopted from what we did in Pennsylvania. We didn't have our normal number of pilots turn out, so we had a lower number of pilots turn out. We first introduced the flower bombing competition, the spot landing competition, then we started doing the paper airplanes as well. And so this is an adaptation from that spot landing competition. Yeah, the paper airplanes was really cool. but yeah, this is the adaptation of the spot landing competition from what we had to do in Pennsylvania in the real life competition earlier this year. So
I wish there was a way to do flower bomb in the sim. That would be awesome. Someone needs to make a mod for that, dude.
Seriously, that could be like one of the career paths in 24. Flower bomber.
Becoming a professional flower bomber. Yeah. What career did you use? Dude, I'm working on being the best flower bomber that the sim has ever seen.
Look great in a resume. I got 3 years of flower bombing experience.
Backseat bombardier.
Yeah.
It's got to be said, though. I mean, you know, watching them take off, land, and for this one, of course, is the touch and go. You know, they make it look incredibly easy, and it's not, right? I mean, it doesn't matter how well they know the course. The weather's going to be playing at them. They got to be watching the other aircraft in front of them if a mistake happens. Don't forget, guys, we've had 2 prop strikes during this round already, so you can kind of see it's not as easy as it looks, but. They do make it look easy.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan and I talk about it all the time in the IRL competition series. That you play eSTOL, like, dude, it's way harder than flying in real life. Like, the controls are different. Looks like Smitty got it down
impressive.
Real close to the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out there coming in from Gibbo in the chat there, just on the camera work. It is exceptional, and that rig that Smitty has, like, it's insane.
So touchdown distance there for Brown Dog, 3 feet. I don't even know how they're going to beat that. 3 feet.
Yeah,
that is the mark to beat right now. Is 3 feet from the line.
We saw numbers like that in Pennsylvania, like, for real, like 3 feet and 0 at one point during our spot landing competition. So let's see if we can get a 0 during this competition.
Oh, that might be it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, who is that? That Brown Dog?
That should have been Brown Dog.
I have Brown Dog at 3 feet.
I'm not exactly sure who that was, but that was insane.
And I guess we're not getting those same numbers on our normal sheet here.
Very long there for AppGeek.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say I missed that for AppGeek.
But this is an absolute change of mindset as well. You drill into your brain. Do not land before the line. Do not land before the line. And then you're used to slamming on the brakes, getting that stick back. This is a completely, it's not completely different, but you have to remember you can land before the line. So it's definitely a change of pace and a change of a mindset for these pilots who practice hours and hours and hours a day of landing on or after the line. You can touch down anywhere. It's just got to be really, really close. I don't know, Tom. That was close as well. It's so hard to tell. And think about this. I mean, This is the touring class. We're not even into the backcountry class or the oh, now I'm blanking on class names. Here we go. I'll get it. Or the unlimited class. The unlimited class is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's going to be nuts doing this. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, for the
because unlimited
touch
class
and go, it's
we'll have the
just
Savage
what's
Carbon,
wrong.
we'll have the Gravel, or the Carbon, the Kit Fox. I mean, it's going to be nuts.
I mean, the aircraft we have for today, there's a lot of awesome airplanes in there. I mean, as you mentioned, with the Kit Fox, with the Kit Fox with the Gravel as well. But of course, you know, we're going to be moving on. We're going to be seeing Cessna 172s, there's Huskies in there as well. Iran's is in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot more cool aircraft to come.
I'm getting word from chat says the 3-foot landing was Smitty. Okay. I think maybe they have those backwards in the system. I'm not sure, but I'm seeing a 5-foot touchdown as well.
Yeah, I think something happened with our numbers.
Maybe Brown Dog was 5, Smitty was 3.
I also see Brown Dog at 2 as well. So I don't know if that's, we might not be getting.
We'll have to get word
up-to-date updates
from the officials.
Yeah. We have those beautiful visuals. AvGeek is taxiing back to the barn.
Yeah, we got some great camera work, and it's also a great scenery. Phenomenal design here at Johnson Farm. It looks fantastic.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the practice location. Is that correct, Cam? This is where everyone normally practices, or was this the beginning of this year's season at Johnson Farm?
Yeah, this was the beginning of everything.
Okay.
I think this was the very first competition that we had at eSTOL.
So bringing it full swing back to Johnson Farm to finish it off. And here we have our championship standings. Brown Dog in the lead, taking the win here with a best takeoff of 92 feet, best landing of 70. 162 is the score of the day. Frozen Alaska coming in at 228, Tom Smith at 256, and AvGeek at 325. I mean, to get the show started off with that, you can't ask for much more, and it's only going to get better. A 162 best run from Brown Dog. Cam, you called it. You have any words for your boy, Mr. Brown Dog?
Man, I know he's.
And what was your parlay on this as well? I mean, we got to hear what you put in.
Oh man, you know I'm broke as a joke, so it was free 99.
There
That
you
was
go.
the number, so I have hit net on that. So yeah, but I bet you Mrs. Brown Dog is over the moon right now, screaming in the other room. I know we had to talk about how she can't be in the same room while he's flying because she gets super excited. So they have to. She's watching from a separate room than what he's flying, and I know that she's just going crazy right now. So. Congratulations to them and all the beans and all the milk and honey to them.
It went very well. So Brown Dog in the Wilga, hailing from southeastern Kentucky. I mean, that score, anything that comes in under 100 on both, be it a takeoff and landing roll, I mean, that is impressive. And we've seen it all for the first heats here, for the first section here today. I mean, we've seen go-arounds, we've seen prop strikes, and we've seen some incredible flying as well. The wind definitely playing up on it. Great to see the aircraft in use. And yeah, the Wilga definitely performing well here. And they just make it look easy. I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
Heck yeah. All right, so here's the backcountry class. Race number 75, Byron Bowman in the 170B from Kentucky. Number 12, Austin Ford in the Husky A1C from Carity 9. Cedric P. in the 170B from Lubeck, Germany. number 28 MP Troll in the Rans S6S in Australia, playing on Xbox. Number 79 Jesse Dobbins in the 170B from Washington, USA, and number 86 LBR Gaming in the 170B from my home state, where I'm sitting right now, Arkansas, United States. I'm also getting tormented by my girlfriend's cat right now. He's like just like clawing at my legs for some reason.
So a nice mix
this is
again
gonna
of
be
aircraft,
exciting.
anywhere from the 170. I mean, we got 4 of those competing. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, guys, what's your favorite aircraft performance here? I mean, is it going to be up that of the 170, or the Husky quite similar, or would it be the Rans as well?
I'm going with the 170 today. It is the Coronado 170, which changes things just a little bit. But, I think my heart lies with the classic Cessna. The Rans, another great aircraft, but just a little bit underpowered in my opinion. 100 horsepower Rotax 912. We have the Husky, the Aviat Husky, another good plane. I think it's going to be between the Huskies and the 170, but my heart tells me the 170 has it today. And again, you can kind of look at these classes. There's 4 170Bs. I mean, read the room here. I think the 170B takes it today.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
I
you're a
saw that
170B guy as well.
I am like part of that 170B mafia. I love that aircraft. But dude, the Rans S6, that's a very light airplane. I mean, if it's flown well, then it's going to come out on top just because of its natural characteristics. And comparing a fabric and tube airplane to all metal aircraft. But I mean, the field is deep with the 170B, so I'm going to really agree with you with the 170B. I think that's how it's truly going to run, but that S6 could be a dark horse. What about you two, Tone? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking the 170. I mean, look, I'm always a fan favorite of Cessnas, and to see them compete like this, I mean, the 170B, great history. I mean, they took stuff, I think, from the Bird Dog way back when it came to the wing flaps, particularly of this aircraft, that Fowler design. So, there was a 170B in, I'm trying to think, was it Cork? I remember seeing years ago, and I mean, brand new. They you could buy one for like about $7,000 US. I mean, today, a little bit more. But they are a beautiful aircraft. They definitely have that, that vintage kind of look and feel to it. And to see so many of them competing in this category, it's definitely going to be interesting for sure. You can always say from the sim side of the house, with Coronado, they look beautiful. I mean, that's always been the case with their aircraft. But I think with the 170B, it behaves fairly straightforward as well. It's quite docile in places. It'll be interesting to see with this crosswind, because there is a crosswind. So yeah, be interesting to see how they manage.
Well, I actually really like that everybody picked 170B, because now our Husky pilot and our Rans pilot have a little fire underneath them to go, okay, I see. Everybody wants the 170B. And, they've got some proving to do. So maybe that's all they need to come out and take down the 170Bs. But we'll see here in the backcountry class. I think they're getting lined up here, and we're getting ready to country pilots. I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, gentlemen.
They're making tea, but then they'll be out. It'd be great.
Yeah. We'll do another thank you to our sponsors for today's broadcast. Onair Airline Manager, again, got friends who makes the Wilga that you guys just saw compete. An amazing aircraft, an amazing company. Hangar Studios, well, you guys will see his beautiful. Well, I just lost the name of it. Champion Scout here in a little bit. CRZ Studios, who also is a fantastic developer. Thank you guys for the sponsorships, for keeping eSTOL going. And again, thank you for the pilots and the people in chat who are watching. We couldn't do it without you. And it's always more fun to compete when you got a crowd rooting you on and cheering for you. So thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to all the supporters of STOL and eSTOL. Let's get to some backcountry action. I hear props turning and engines firing up. So here we go, boys.
This is going to be fun. And again, for anyone who's tuning in and watching us here, be it on Twitch or on YouTube, let us know where you're watching in from. It'd be very interesting to see the locations around the world tuning in live for the eSTOL finals today. So yeah, a lot of familiar names popping up at the chat, which is great to see. And maybe it's the first time tuning in to an eSTOL event, or you've been here before, but it'd be interesting to know where everyone's located, and especially if it's somewhere hard to read. We'll get Kando to read that one out as well. Just particularly Irish places, like Knocknagoshel and places. Although your recent tour of Ireland, you should be fairly all right, Kando.
Yeah, I'm pretty much Irish at this point. I think I mastered it. So
we have to give you a certificate now to say how Irish you are.
yeah. Here we go. We've got some locations rolling in here. Devon, England, Duxford, UK, the Cotswolds. Uh-oh, Murphy, we're getting into your... I think those are some of your names.
No, Cotswolds, that's in England. That's like Jeremy Clarkson neck of the woods.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Alsdorf,
right.
Switzerland. All over the place. Not a single United
so
States
pretty cool,
location here. That's no one from the U.S.
Yeah, give them a minute.
We're a little slower over here.
But that's the thing, right? I mean, with National Stall, I mean, it's all US based, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much
mostly.
But imagine some people might be watching some football games right now.
Yeah. But like when you think about it, I mean, with National Stall being based in the United States, eSTOL, it's way more international, if you like, because of a flight sim, right? And a consumer flight sim. And that gives folks the option to tune in anywhere on the planet and actually take part in it. I mean, National Stall gets tons of viewers from all over the world, and there's a huge following for it. But for those of us on eSTOL, or at least with the flight sims, we can actually take part in it, which is both frightening and brilliant at the same time. So yeah, it's pretty cool to.
Well, Murphy, that's wild. I thought you had told me in the past that eSTOL was actually created by an Irishman. Everything is.
It was
in your mind is created.
Oh God, it is. Yeah, eSTOL invented by the Irish back in 714. It was a Wednesday at about 3 o'clock, and since then it's been thriving. And we have this kind of ability to invent stuff. We're famous for it.
Well, you need the ability to invent wider roads and better markings on the roads in Ireland. If I have anything that the Irish need to invent.
But sure, where's the fun in that? Driving's supposed to be exciting, like an adventure.
Oh, it's exciting over there. That's for sure. All right. Our drivers are coming down.
On the aviation side over here, you see it at air shows with some of the different aircraft and some of the ones that we're looking at here today. Just to see this competitive esport thing from the sim is great, but also seeing how National Stall put this into it's a fully fledged sport now, where before it was always dominated by races. This, they kind of take the precision element and really hone in on, can you get the wheels down at this location? I remember seeing years ago they had some documentary, right? But they had them for helo pilots, and the idea was, could they put the wheels down on a helicopter onto like dish plates, like your dinner plate? They'd lay them out in like fields and whatnot. It's kind of reminiscent of what the guys got to do here, because that line is everything. That start finish line, that's everything for them. So it's going to be interesting to see how the 170s behave here, and maybe there is a better opportunity by going with something like the Rams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Byron Bowman there in the beautiful red and aluminum 170B. I love that livery. Austin Ford classic. That is a Cam, you might know. That's a real life livery. I think it's on the Scout as well. Whose aircraft is that?
Yeah, that that is like the old school World War One trainer livery, but
Okay.
so you'd see something like that on a Stearman or a N3N maybe, but I mean, yeah, it's a good looking livery. I love that the husky on the tail is wearing like an old Davy Crockett like raccoon hat.
Oh, I
pretty
didn't even
cool.
notice.
Yeah,
Oh, I gotta
just
see
saw
that.
it. Yeah,
I think
you
the
can
livery
barely
was
see
it
it
the
on-
U.S. Army Air Corps, even before it became an Air Force. I think it was the U.S. Army Air Corps. That was their kind of like their standard livery. Beautiful.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. I see it now. That is good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Cedric P coming down in the 170 again. Gorgeous polished aluminum with a nice splash of color there. And honestly,
Yeah.
it goes pretty well. I don't mind it at all. Coming down in the number 39 of Cedric P. Beautiful aircraft. 170Bs, they're just a cult classic, man. It's hard to hate them.
I do love that reflective chrome on aircraft, especially the vintage ones. And it looks so good in the sim as well. How the sun beats off it. It's beautiful looking.
You almost need sunglasses just to wash it.
Imagine the heat of it.
Oh, gosh. You could fry an egg on the elevator.
Fucking the Brando brand.
The
From-
thirst mutilator.
Yeah. That's funny.
And then we have MP Troll, who is proven to be a competitive Xbox pilot in the Rans S6S. And again, I hope I lit a little bit of a fire under our Husky and our Rans pilot, because let's be real, there's nothing better than an underdog. And we'll see what he's got here today in the Rans. But again, my heart tells me 170B. But if all we need is give him a little motivation, I think we gave it to him. So we'll see how MP Troll does here in the Rans S6.
Yeah.
Beautiful little aircraft.
He's one of the hardcore competitors for sure, and he's always one of the guys, one of the eSTOL competitors that's in the chat on the IRL competition series. So now that I know it's MP Troll flying the Rans, I mean, like, it's.
Uh-oh, are
I'm
you
still
switching it
thinking
up on us?
170B. I'm
Oh, okay.
I'm still gonna be Team 170B, but like, if it's gonna be someone to do it in the Rans, it could be MP Troll for sure.
Now here we go.
I just
Jesse
love the
Dobbins,
fact
honestly,
we have. I keep
Go ahead,
talking
sir.
over you, Kando. Shut up, will you?
Oh.
I love the fact that we got an Xbox pilot here. I mean, I think that's like, it's incredible. And not knowing what peripherals he's using, right? I mean, is it a Xbox controller or is it a joystick? But
Turtle
it's
Beach, everything.
pretty cool. Oh, really?
There you
Nice.
go.
Okay.
Oh no! I don't know for sure. I mean, that was a heavy assumption, but it was kind of a joke.
Oh.
You know, like,
Never let
like
the truth
Turtle
get
Beach
in the way
makes
of a
the-
rumor. You know.
yeah, Turtle Beach makes the best equipment, right?
Now, here we go. I am a massive fan of Jesse Dobbins aircraft. I have to say, they just don't make liveries like that anymore. You know, all these new planes got these fancy gloss and these stripes and stars. You just need a classic pinstriped tan, red, and white aircraft. To be honest, they need to bring that style back. I don't know why they got rid of it. But Jesse Dobbins takes favorite livery for me. You can't go wrong with the classic.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
dude,
grand
the
on the
swoopy dude,
outside,
I'm not a
but
fan.
the inside looks like, your great grandmother's front living room, and that's what the issue was, right? I mean, they look great on the outside, but next thing, like, you're sitting there and there's like all these flower arrangement wallpaper. Like, what is this? Did get some feedback regarding the U.S. Army Air Corps livery. Bit of a personal touch added to it, and the Husky is wearing a lift aviation helmet because stall pilots in real life are required to wear them in the competition. So that's some pretty nice stuff going on here. And this one that we're looking at here with another 170B from LBR Gaming, that's a very familiar looking livery if you've seen it from racing. Gorgeous.
Yeah, that is the Ford livery, which you'd see like a 500 in, or It's also the colors for the Gulf. What is it? The fuel company? I don't know if it's a fuel company or if it's gas stations or what, but the Gulf brand.
The best advice ever given: don't panic. Don't they look good all lined up? This is gorgeous looking. So first round about to kick off with number 75, Byron Bowman and the Coronado 170B. And that's a nice takeoff.
Go with your Army Air Corps trainer livery.
I mean, I'm rooting for that story.
Oh,
no, I'm not rooting for that. Before I said anything, you see, that's the pressure we put on the lads. That was the pressure. Poor devil.
Do you guys have me? I don't know if my mic is working.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
we
you
got
now.
Okay, the pressure. What?
Oh, just
Oh, that is heartbreaking. That makes me sad.
There's a murder related to the pilot. It's got to be true.
So now my question is, since he's out for the rest of this competition, what about the spot landing competition? Are we gonna allow him to compete in the touch and goes?
I think he's out.
Okay.
Did we allow Frozen and them to? I don't think they competed in the spot landing either.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Cedric P dropping those flaps. He might have touched down after takeoff. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I
again,
could tell.
numbers on the board for round one. Here we go. Let's see what this little Rands has got here. He might show us out. I mean, he might just show up today. And if you look, is that wind shifted or is it still a crosswind? I couldn't tell there. Still a little quartering
It's
headwind.
Still a little bit. Doesn't seem to be as strong.
Now here's the fun with MP Troll. Since he is on Xbox, we will not get immediate scores. So we're gonna have to wait to see where he is, where he's lying in the field, which makes it even more exciting.
So Aviator Ford reporting back in. That was the first controls froze. Had to slew it off with the Xbox controller. Unfortunate. Absolute unfortunate.
Wow.
Oh.
Jesse Dobbins with a nice, clean takeoff there. Looks like a 209-foot takeoff. Cedric P is currently in the lead with the shortest takeoff with 170 feet. Byron Bowman at 222 and Cedric P at 209. Again, we will not have MP Trolls until they manually calculate it and let us know what that is. Those 170Bs are just smooth flying aircraft. I mean, they just graceful off the ground.
Looks like that takeoff roll was a 165.
Very good. Well, that's going to be the shortest takeoff for round number one. So now we know who to look at.
Yep.
Byron
on
Bowman.
short final. Ooh.
Dragging it in. That was a very good save as well.
Yeah, 152 on that landing for Byron Bowman. That touchdown distance
make
was
it a total
5
of-
feet from the line.
5 feet.
Wow.
It looked like he
Wow.
kind of squeezed one tire in as well, and then the other one came down. Total score of 374 there for Mr. Bowman. numbers on the board. That is a solid number. Austin Ford coming in here, short final. Oh, that is not Austin Ford. Unfortunately, Austin Ford is disqualified. This is going to be Cedric P here on short final. Right across the line. Elevators are up. Really aggressive braking. That was a nice one there from Cedric.
Yeah, very good. Getting a score in straight away. Landing distance of a 133 with the 170 takeoff. That puts him into first place at the moment. That's a total score of 303. MP Troll inbound now in the Rans.
Really is just feeling it out. You never know what the numbers are going to be for that day. You know, density, altitude, the weather. Until everyone gets in round one, and then we can kind of feel out where these aircraft are flying. 374 for Byron, 303 for Cedric. We've got a nice gap there. I think Byron's definitely going to be bringing that score down throughout the rounds. But again, numbers on the board is what matters, and he's got them. Both of them do. So they can start pushing it just a little bit further and getting those scores down. Troll coming in just a little bit long on his touchdown, getting it stopped nicely.
Right, yeah.
Looks like he had maybe a little hiccup in braking there. I don't know if that's just the game or if he released the brakes. It looks like he might have gave up a few extra feet on that stopping.
It's definitely interesting to see. I mean, when we're able to compare the likes of their takeoff distance and their landing distance, but also their pattern time. And it's interesting to see. I mean, we're getting a read for their vertical speed on their approach as well. They're very close. There's very little in between them. I mean, you're talking a couple of feet.
Oh, wow. That was interesting.
Oh, no. Jesse's getting a little squirrely here. I don't know if that's the game. That might be the game. Oh, that is not the game.
That's a wing strike. That's unfortunate. Medic!
Yeah, interesting.
Unfortunate for Jesse. Everything looked to be under great control. I mean, it didn't even look like a stall. It looked just like a drop.
Yeah.
And I'll say, too, we're in this 4 DQs in 2 classes. So the pressure is on. I think everybody is feeling it. We're averaging 2 DQs per class. We need to get those numbers down. We got to get them down. So we are coming across the line here.
Oh, short.
No.
Scratch.
It's a scratch.
And they're saying in the chat, Jesse had FPS issues. That's kind of what I figured. It didn't look like he just lost control of the aircraft. It looked like a sim issue. Very unfortunate.
And like, here's the thing as well, right? I mean, look, on the day, it's Murphy's Law, right? Things will break, they may not work. But you know, I can see it here in the chat as well. I mean, there's always next season as well. I mean, we know so much work, so much training goes into this from all the contestants. But on the day, it's kind of the harsh reality, if you like, of the sport. But what can you do? It's like, do you remember that time? You know, that happened. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But it definitely makes her interesting watching. I mean, you know, there was the livery I was looking at going, yeah, this guy's going to win. No, he didn't. And then, yeah, it could be it could be just the tech. It could be the sim. It could be your own controls. I mean, look, we all had our fair share when it comes to even broadcasting, right? I mean, it worked perfectly yesterday, and now today it's like, wait, what?
Yeah. Another thing, too,
So
is
true.
there's nothing saying that these pilots can't compete in 2 different classes. So most of these guys are going to be back, I'm sure, in another class. So they do have another shot if they are signed up for another class. but it is unfortunate, especially to go out in round 1. That's a tough break.
Yeah.
Getting some takeoff distances here. Cedric P coming out with Jesse with a 209, LBR with a 165. Some good scores there.
So a bit of background with MP Troll. His grandfather flew a Cessna 152 when he was growing up, and builds RC planes in his spare time and for business. So yeah, I mean the
very nice.
with MP Troll, it's aviation through and through.
MP Troll
So
off
looking at the
very
current-
clean again. We don't have any numbers from MP Troll just yet. We'll get a look at that leaderboard once they update it.
Yeah, I think we're getting. Well, I don't know if what we can see is accurate. There is something there, all right. But with Cedric, they're very, very close. At least looking at the numbers that we have right now. And a bit of background from Cedric, came over from DCS, and that's definitely going to stand as an advantage when it comes to understanding the handling of aircraft. Not just using a Microsoft Flight Sim as their first and only sim. So what I can see, at least from the score so far, we got a 301, a 303, and a 374. So it looks as if MP Troll is in the lead with a 301. And we have Cedric in second place with a 303. There is just 2 points between the two of them.
Very nice.
I mean,
So
that's a
MP Troll
sneeze. There's nothing.
is showing up. I mean, he's showing us what he's made of here.
That's the RANs, and it's an Xbox. Currently in the lead. So
Yeah.
this is... look at that. Like, there's nothing between them. Like, 2 points. Crazy. Some of the comments coming in here from the chat as well, just before we see this landing. Oh, nicely done. Let me see here now. Not a good day for tech, says Aviate Ford. Absolutely. Let me see here now. Photos by Kev. Murph always breaks stuff. You know we do. Don't forget, guys, if you are watching us on YouTube, do be sure to smash that like button. It does help out with the channel. It's the science at play. YouTube will start recommending the stream to other folks, and we'll have more folks in here to slag Kando.
That's right. Austin Ford. Is that Austin Ford? Yeah. Coming down short. No, that is not Austin Ford. That might be Byron? It is Cedric? Okay. Ooh, over the line. A bit of a long touchdown there. Looks like we have a landing distance there from Cedric of 220, making a total of 390. Definitely not the numbers that he's wanting there. Going to be a bit long on those. But he's still locked in
What's
second
interesting-
place at 303 with his first run.
Absolutely, and what's interesting is he matched his takeoff roll from the first try as well. Takeoff distance 170. He matched that on both runs, and the landing distance previously a 133 versus a 220. So MP Troll
Coming in, crabbing.
Man, look at the crab.
Oh,
That looks short.
Is that a scratch?
that's going to be a scratch.
Still in the lead. but no numbers.
Still in
for
the
that
lead.
second.
He'll have a chance to hold on to it here in round 3. I believe this is going to be Byron Bowman coming down on short final here. Currently in 3rd place with a total of 3:14.
There's really nothing between these.
They are close.
That's good. 3-point landing.
A little hairy. He really dropped it in there. Under review. I kind of saw that coming.
Was that from the impact?
Maybe they might just say
Oh, yeah.
he didn't have control of his aircraft. Safety concern there.
Yeah, because it looks like the G-force rated on that landing wasn't too bad. I mean, it was 0.8, so that's not catastrophic by any means.
No.
I think in real life it might have been a little bit more than 0.8, though.
Either that or the sim exaggerated it just a little bit on our end of things. All right, coming into round number 3, we've got MP-Tro in the lead at 301, Cedric P at 303, LBR at 305, and Byron at 314. The competition is tight. I mean, 2 feet between almost everybody. Doesn't get any closer than that. Let's see if MP-Tro can hang on to that number 1 spot here in round 3.
There's like nothing in it. I mean, if we dive into some of these scores just to see where they're all going, I mean, you're talking takeoff distances, 6 to 12 feet separating them. The landing distances, something similar. And even on their 2nd and 3rd tries, you can really see how close they are, with some pilots improving, some actually going the opposite direction in terms of the distance calculated. But it is mighty, mighty close here. So Cedric has done a 170, a 170, and now it looks to be a 188 for takeoff roll. So still well within, a 20 feet kind of difference. And that's as the day progresses. I mean, you talk about the track is alive. It's a live environment. The wind has variables. There's gusts. You could be just unlucky with a bit of a gust. Temperature, well, as the day goes, it's going to be doing its own stuff. And that was a nice lift off there from the
that was
Rams.
very nice. Yeah. That looks like a number 1 spot takeoff if I've ever seen it. 2 feet between number 1 and number 2 of MP-Tro and Cedric P. Round 3 is going to tell us what we need right here.
So a question coming in from Sean Dale in the chat, Cam or Kando, if any of you guys can answer, but is there any advantage or disadvantage from having larger or smaller Tundra tires?
That's
Absolutely.
definitely an advantage by having larger tires for sure. Yeah, you can take it away, Kando.
Yeah, I mean, not really out here. The terrain doesn't really come into play. But when you have those larger bush wheels, what it allows you to do when you get that tail wheel up is you have more room to rotate that aircraft and create lift. With those small wheels, you really don't have a lot of room to rotate before your tail wheel hits the ground. That's one of the biggest reasons out here. Now, in the backcountry, of course, you can clear larger obstacles, things like that. They're also just built better, more rugged for that backcountry, rough environment. But really, we're in a field right now. It's manicured, it's smooth. I would say the biggest thing is going to be the amount of rotation that you can get before that tail wheel hits the ground. Cam, any extras on that, or?
Yeah, I think I think because of the modeling in the game, like, you know, if we were to do it with smaller, like if the models were taken from an actual aircraft with smaller tires, then maybe those numbers would be a little bit different, right? But as far as in the game, I wouldn't see that it causes an advantage or a disadvantage. But yeah, in real life, you can you can have them inflated to a little bit lower pressure, so that it's got a little bit more grip, and you can take care of weird terrain situations. But like you were saying, Kando, we're flat terrain in the game, and these numbers are coming from either the POH, either the pilot's operating handbook, or from the manufacturer themselves.
Right.
That looks solid.
Really, maybe a little long, but I mean, it's still within the range there, maybe 200 foot. It's at Cedric. Yeah, 383 total score. That is not going to be enough to bump up to the number one spot. Byron Bowman coming in at 376. It looks like we might have a winner here. AP Troll coming around for round 3. He's currently in first at 301.
Like 4 points separate the top 3 flyers here. I mean, that's quite incredible.
It really is.
Great camera work coming in. I mean, look at the crab at that. I mean, that's pure balance. That's trying to lift a fried egg with a knife right there.
Yeah, he is stable. Wind's still consistent. We kind of a quartering headwind there, just over the line. This might be better than a 301. Getting a little close to that flag, but I don't think that's going to do anything for him. Unreal there. That wind pushed him all the way to the right side.
I can't wait to see these numbers from MP Troll.
Yeah.
And be our own short final.
You can hear the power modulation of him just hanging it right there, right above that stall speed.
Oh no!
God, don't. That was a wing strike, right?
It looked like it. It looked like
Yeah.
it.
Okay, both. It was a
It's
scratch and a
scratch.
wing strike.
Okay. Oof.
Oh,
Yeah, that last second, he was really hanging it off the prop, and he just lost that lift he needed. Well, that is going to be it for the 3 rounds of conventional eSTOL. Now we're going over to our spot landing. Lining up there. And is this 3 rounds of spot landing? I think it is.
that's a good question. Bring up the rules here for the spot landing. I think it is only 1 run. Yeah, you only have 1 attempt for the spot landing. It's the knockout round that will have 3 more hits. Looks like.
Is it 3 more per round?
Sorry, it is. We got 3 heats total for the knockout round, but looks like it might be 1 as well.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm lying. I'm just all over the place right now. It says the finalists compete in the same manner as the regular season heats. So yeah, it should be 3 runs for the knockout round. With touch and goes will just be 1. They'll take off. They'll do their touch and go, come back around the pattern.
So pretty much in knockout, once we get there, every round 2 people drop off until we have 2 at the end.
I gotta say, for the backcountry class, I mean, to have so few points separating our 4 remaining contestants. I mean, you know, we've had 2 DQs so far. It just shows how competitive and how closely matched the skill levels are here.
Yeah, you're not lying.
Everybody up in the air for the touch and go, and I must say this is going to be a tight touch and go with scores like 301, 303, and 305. I can't imagine how close these touch and go scores are going to be. I can't imagine them being too far apart at all.
So the wind, a couple of reports there in the chat. So the wind seems to be kind of it's coming in from the north, all right, but you know it's somewhere between 8 and 10 knots. And if there's any sort of movement at all, I mean that's what they're definitely going to have to rejig everything on their short final, because I mean if you're used to crabbing in a certain angle, suddenly you know that deflection that you're feeling on the aircraft suddenly drops off. You got to recorrect that very, very quickly. So yeah, I mean this is where the challenge definitely hits home.
Looks like a decent landing there, maybe a little long.
Yeah,
really dropping it in.
Can't really catch it. We don't have it in our measurement tool.
Looks like we have 16, maybe.
I think that's the score for LBR for his last run.
Oh, was it?
I don't think our tool is updated just yet.
Cedric P on short final.
Ooh.
All right, race control telling us that Byron was right on the line, so
Didn't even get to register it.
yeah, can't do any better than that.
Nope. So the best we could have here, it's a tie, really, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like Cedric P was 5.
Troll coming in short final, hanging it off the prop. I mean, he has just got the power in there, keeping her in the air, barely. Let's see if he can drop it right on the no.
Oh, man.
Very long.
Yeah.
The key is getting these aircraft in a spot to where the second that you cut that power, she just falls out of the air. Unfortunately, it looks like he had a little bit of extra speed there that carried him down the course just a little bit longer than he needed.
And like listening to the power settings on their approach, I mean, it's so sensitive, right? I mean, they're tiny inputs of either more or less power, and that's the difference. It all comes down to it. Oh,
Ooh. That looked close. He just kind of plopped the wheels down right. It looked like it might have been right before the line.
Yeah, 16 before. We got Byron Bowman at 0. LBR at 16.
They were just coming in here. This landing, of course, not counting for anything. Just returning to the ground. So yeah, I think Byron took the landing challenge there, or the touch and go challenge with right on the line. Can't complain about that at all.
Right. On the money.
that's great work from Byron. I mean, he was trailing from the other tries that they were doing with that speed of 3:14. So definitely made up for it in the touch and go.
Absolutely.
How are you, horse? There's always a horse. Why the long face? Yes.
It said the name tag on that horse was Cedric P. too. We have a horse repeated today.
It's a good-looking horse.
Yeah, he's a good pilot too. I mean, come on. And MP Troll returns to the ground from a big win in the backcountry, guys. I believe, I mean, the numbers should be in. I believe he took it away there with a 301. We'll get that word for sure, but I think MP Troll took it, and he's going to be a happy man. Again, on Xbox, you do not have to have a PC and all this fancy equipment to compete on National eSTOL. We just saw it right there. MP Troll coming out, showing up, me, Murphy, and Cam about our 170B predictions. I mean, the Rands took it, and Cam hinted at it, and then backtracked and said, nope, I'm sticking with the 170B. So Cam almost had a shot there at predicting 2 winners in a row. And he just said, you know what, it's going to look real weird if I predict 2 winners in a row. So we backtracked, took it back, and I mean, you had it. So, but congratulations. Again, we're waiting on the final results there. Murphy, thoughts from the backcountry class?
Yeah, really, really good. It's interesting to see there as well. Like, looking at the heats that they've done, it certainly looks like MP Troll that got his best score in the first heat with a DQ registered on the second attempt. The third attempt was quite solid, but nowhere near the original scoring. And when you look at the rest of the guys, it's kind of a similar-ish kind of a story. The lowest scores all being got in the first, except, of course, for Byron, who started off with a 374, give or take, and then went up, or got it down rather, into that 314, and then performed really well when it came to the touch and go. But MP Troll, as you can see there, a 301, Cedric on a 303, LBR Gaming just outside with a 305. Like, to think 4 points separates the top 3 pilots here, and then from Byron, I mean, he's just behind. I mean, you're talking another 9 points. It's quite that was quite the heat. I mean, to see the backcountry aircraft and the Rands with an Xbox outperforming by just 2 points, like, it's nothing. Like, there is nothing in the difference. It's the difference of a sneeze, right? It's nothing.
That's very true. Difference of a sneeze, literally.
We'll see that on an airplane coming soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, seeing the backcountry class aircraft and there's some beautiful aircraft in there as well. Really impressive to see that.
all of those scores as well, which I thought was interesting. Every single score that ended up as their best was round number 2. So I guess everyone locked in. Maybe the wins were a little bit calmer on round 2, but everyone did their best that round and then just could not squeeze out a few more feet in round number 3 there. But great performance. We're coming up to our we'll be making some predictions, but we're getting lined up here for Unlimited.
Yeah, this is the class to watch. All the classes are the classes to watch, but I mean, Unlimited is just another beast.
That's right. We've got Subliminal Black here in the 121. Find the Savage Gravel out of Poplarville, Mississippi. Luke Carrier in the Monster NX Cub out of Waynesville, Ohio. Our first nose wheel we've seen of the day. Wes Campbell in the Kit Fox SS competition out of Wiley, Texas. Norcali J, one to watch. Kit Fox SS competition out of Eureka, California. Freebird. I'm Ash Free. Sorry. Savage Gravel out of Tucson, Arizona. And Aether Josh and the American Champion Scout out of Antwerp, Belgium. In the Unlimited class, this is going to be spicy. Two-Tone, what are your thoughts here on the NX Cub? One nose wheel and a sea of tail wheels.
Yeah, the old reliable nose dragger. Yeah, it definitely has its pros and its cons. And remember that it's the main landing gear wherever they touch, be it forward or aft, depending on the configuration of the aircraft. That's where the points matter. So if you're in a nose dragger, that's going to be your back wheels. Tail dragger, it's your front wheels. So advantages, disadvantages, they're all there. We spoke about this before. The tail dragger having this natural aerodynamic braking purely from the angle of attack as it comes into land. The nose dragger just doesn't have that. It's coming in slightly different, but the visibility from the nose dragger is going to be that little bit better, seeing what's dead in front of them. So yeah, this is definitely going to be close. I think Norcali is the one to watch here, and we're rooting for you. And admit that it's jinxed, right? But hopefully, hopefully the performance goes well. All right, but yeah, I'm really excited to see this one, man. This is it's we've seen this already tonight. I mean, the aircraft that is just kind of out there, that seems to be performing differently. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Absolutely. There is Luke Carrier in the NX Cub with a nice Freedom livery there. Gotta love it. The lone nose wheel aircraft.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a dark horse here because I don't know. This dude comes in out of nowhere and his first time competing, he was all right, and then it seemed like right after that, he just became just a monster. So, no pun intended, but I mean, he did choose the Monster NX Cup for a reason, I imagine. So,
that's right.
I think he's going to do really well. I think it's going to be between him and any of our Kit Fox SS the comps. I mean, those aircraft are beastly aircraft.
And as much as I love the American Champion Scout, I just don't see it hanging in there again with the Kit Fox or the Gravel or the NX Cub. I mean, it's a great aircraft. Hangar Studio 713 did an absolutely amazing job on it, but he's got a lot of tough competition today. I mean, we're looking at one here, Wes Campbell in the Rockstar Kit Fox SS competition, taking that cowling off, just a flex and maybe a little weight reduction, but that is a monstrosity of an aircraft. I mean, they perform, and they're really tough to beat. So,
yeah, look, I mean, the American Champ aircraft, it's a new aircraft in terms of the sim, and straight into the eSTOL classifications. It's definitely interesting to see it, but I think maybe it's hard to see what the competition can do here. I mean, when you look at that Kit Fox, I mean, that is just, it's roaring all sorts of performance, but it comes down at the end of the day to the pilot on that particular heat. So this is completely open.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, I mean, can't forget Sub B in the Savage Gravel. He's come in and thrown down absolutely. I'm pretty sure out of the whole year of eSTOL, he's thrown down the shortest numbers. I'm gonna have to figure out those numbers somehow, but I just remember the last couple competitions it was pretty short, unbelievably short. So yeah, that Savage Gravel piloted by him is going to be very, very hard to compete with as well.
And if I'm not mistaken as well, I believe Subliminal B came in his first competition ever and took the win. Now, I could be wrong about that. I could be making things up, but I'm pretty sure that is how it went down. Showed up as the underdog, the newcomer, the rookie, and took a win over NorCali, which NorCali, another one to watch there, has been doing this a long time. A great friend of mine. We fly a lot together. I've been doing it for years now, and he really knows his way around that Kit Fox. So another one to watch. But Subliminal Black, I mean, he showed up, and everyone knew his name by the next competition. So it's going to be an interesting battle out here between these competitors.
Absolutely, and it's important to note as well. I mean, a lot of these guys also give, training and lessons to folks who want to get started off with eSTOL, and that's the beauty of this. I mean, anyone who's tuned in right now, you're looking at this, you feel you want to take part, you can absolutely get into it. It's there's a bit of a course to get in, just so you understand the basics of it. But a lot of the pilots, even those competing here today, they do offer some mentoring and training to get you up and running. So it's definitely a great way to get involved with the sport and just have all sorts of fun with eSTOL.
Aether Josh here coming down in the Scout, rocking the 35-inch Alaskan bush wheels. A fantastic aircraft, a backcountry beast. You can take her anywhere, load her up, and she's ready to go. But again, it is anybody's game, and Mr. Aether Josh here is going to have to work a little bit extra hard today, I believe, to throw down with these Kit Fox and Savage Gravels. But again, it's anyone's game here. Anything can happen at any time. Anyone can scratch, anyone can DQ. You just got to be in the right spot at the right time and take the opportunity. So we'll see what he can do here. Beautiful plane, though.
Classic American champion livery. I got my tailwheel endorsement in a Champ with that same paint scheme, or not the same colors, but the same actual paint scheme. So it was the orange color, but you'll be hard pressed to find no champs or no doubts that are in that color. So let's see if the color's going to help.
That is a
for
classic
Josh
Champ paint scheme.
Yeah.
Classic pinstripe. I mean, pinstripe makes them go faster. That's what I read.
Yeah. How many horsepower is that?
Is it 10
Additional?
horsepower
All
per
of them.
pinstripe?
Yeah. What about the Argyle, though, here on Sub B? That's got to be an extra couple horses there.
Oh, man.
That's
That is
unique.
nice.
All right, we are getting ready for our unlimited class. Subliminal Black has the green flag here. I'm ready. I'm sitting down. Let's see what we have. This is the one to watch. Tail wheel nice and high. He's off the brakes. I mean, come on.
That was ridiculous. Can we see that again? That was just like, I'm about to know he's gone.
That had to be a sim glitch. No way.
Yeah, hold my beer. That was just unbelievable. Very impressive.
If there's any class that makes me very animated and get up out of my seat and pace around my room, it's this one. I mean, the numbers are just ridiculous that they're putting down.
Whoa! Like that first flight, that first takeoff, it seems to be registering Would that be right? 17? That can't be right.
That is 1,000% right, Mr. Murphy.
There we go. Sub
Great.
B doing sub B things.
The elbows are getting extended now. Like, this is where the competition's really going to start ramping up, because the performance of these aircraft, it's unbelievably good. All light airframes, powerful engines, and a lot of experience coming in with these.
Wes Campbell rotating really nicely. Unbelievable. We're going to get a number on that. It didn't even look that long, but it was 33 feet, which is still, again, unbelievably short.
There's helo pilots in the world going, what the?
Right.
I mean, it's kind of funny. I find it humorous when we watch these. We go subliminal bite at 17. Wes Campbell, oh no, he's got to do a little better. He's at 33 feet. Do you know how short 33 feet is? Like, that is unbelievably short. Or Callie
seems to
taking
get
off there.
in 38 feet.
Round one, everyone's feeling out the wind here, just kind of getting the hang of things. Freebird in the Savage Gravel, same aircraft that Subliminal Black is flying. Let's see what he's got for us here.
That tail coming up just a little bit. Airborne.
Sound like he wasn't full power when he released those brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what happened there.
Looks to be that
Nice
off
takeoff
28
there.
feet.
Very good. 28 there. Nice. We go with Aether Josh and the American champion, Scout, looking to put some numbers down. Like maybe 165 there in the Scout. Oh, wow. I was way off.
Yeah, 125.
125 there for Aether Josh.
Okay,
Wow.
okay.
Oof.
Oh,
I missed it.
It was short.
Looks like we have it here. Landing distance of 75 feet from Subliminal Black. 75 feet. Takeoff distance of 17. A total score of 92 there. Sub 100 foot for a takeoff and a landing.
That's
he's going to have
incredible.
to change his name to Sub 100.
And as we're watching here, guys, just a reminder, a special thanks to our sponsors, Onair, looking after the career and a full industry mode for your flight sim. Hangar Studios, the creator of one of the aircraft you see competing today, the American Scout. Got friends, of course, with the Wilga and the C/Z Studios, or C/Z, I think they like to be called. Those guys building that Chinook aircraft as well. So massive thanks to our sponsors, and it's from them that we say thank you, and awesome stuff.
All right.
It's number 4 carrier.
Wes Campbell coming in here on short final in that Kit Fox. Looks like he might be a little high. He's coming down nicely. Still got that quartering headwind there. Kind of crabbing him. Just going to be a little bit high, really dropping it in. That one might go under review. I'm not sure. That left wing got a little low on him. Wes Campbell coming in with a touchdown distance of 20 feet. No, hold on. 57 feet, total score of 90, which actually, believe it or not, puts him ahead of Subliminal Black. His
man.
landing was much better.
Ooh, Norcali.
And look at Norcali.
I mean, that's a statement right there, right? We got a landing distance of 45. That's unbelievable. 45.
That's going to be a lead change.
Oh yeah, straight away. That's and it's a good lead change as well. That's Norcali coming in with a total score so far of 83.
Oh, Freebird. That looked like a scratch to me, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
And with 83 feet, Wes Campbell with a total of 90 feet, and Subliminal Black at 92 feet for our first round. Lining up here for round number 2. Subliminal Black's got a little bit of work to do, and Norcali is trying to hang on to this lead.
And what makes this interesting as well, when we look at all the different pilots, what they did in their first round there, the takeoff distances, I mean, they're well within, 10 feet, 15 feet of each other. Just with the Scout a little bit further out, and the landing distance, again, they're all similar. Everyone's within about 20 feet of each other with the Scout, just on the little bit on the outside of that envelope. So I think your earlier call regarding the Scout being able to compete with the likes of the Kit Fox, it's definitely going to be a challenge. Important also to see that we get scores on the boards for Freebird and also Josh as well. So this particular heat, most important.
Absolutely. I almost wonder too if that American Champion Scout might fit in a little better in another class. I'm not 100% sure on what all they do to classify these aircraft, but it definitely is a standout in this one. Just not performing like these other aircraft. I mean, it's putting down good numbers, but nothing really close to what these others are doing.
It will be interesting to see it. Yeah, I mean, there is a bit of an advantage on the other aircraft purely from the weight to power ratio. But yeah, I think we can see how close everyone is competing. It'll be interesting to see the pilot of the Scout. Whoa, if they were competing in a tail dragger Kit Fox as well. I mean, that was using the front wheel like you shouldn't. That was like, I'll take off on me front wheel, please.
He almost did like what's the caribou, the wheelbarrow. He almost wheelbarrowed it there. We have a takeoff distance of
takeoff.
57 feet there on the wheelbarrow takeoff. Subliminal Black coming in at an unbelievable 12-foot takeoff distance for Subliminal Black. His takeoffs are great. He's got to reel in those landings just a little bit. Oh, I don't know about this one.
yeah, that's definitely going to at least be a warning.
Yeah, warning issued there.
Yeah, I think he hit the NOS a little too hard there. At least he corrected before the flags.
Yeah, 66-foot takeoff on that one as well. Here comes Norcali, our current leader, looking to hold on to that number 1 spot. That Kit Fox just isn't getting off as quick as the gravel, but he is doing a phenomenal job getting it stopped. And that's where he's making up his ground right here, is his landing distances.
So Freebird
on the
formerly
line.
Bubbles.
Formerly Bubbles is awesome.
Oh, that was nice.
That was nice.
That was very smooth. Very smooth.
Looking to put down numbers in round 2 there for Freebird.
That looks to be a value of 22 feet. That's strong.
Got Mr. Josh lined up here. Very nice. Still getting pushed little bit off the course there.
Be interesting to see what Freebird does here. I mean, his second attempt, his takeoff roll is about 6 feet shorter. So improving on the second run in here, as we're going to keep an eye out for these landings now. I mean, we definitely need to see Freebird and Josh get some points on the board.
If Frost
Carrier,
win.
or is that Subliminal Black? Subliminal Black on final.
Yeah, let's see what he's going to throw down.
A little long. Ooh.
Ooh, he kept it off the nose.
He did.
But like you said,
Total landing distance,
I would say a little long.
84 feet. 84. That brings him in at 96. Not going to be better than his round 1 score.
Definitely still hope.
There is. Again, there's still a round 3 here, and it can all happen in round 3. He just threw that thing in a slip.
That's true, man. Look at this.
He must have a lot of speed to kill.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
a
impressive.
little long. That was impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the windsock out there. It's dancing. It's probably like 10 to 12 knots. Direct crosswind right now. So they are battling right now for sure.
Wes Gamble on final here. Currently in second place with a score of 90 feet. A nice landing here could bump him up in that number 1 spot. But we haven't seen Norcali land either. Oh! Really dropped it in.
Under review.
Uh-oh.
Think they're going to be checking on that wing. We do have Norcali coming in on final as well. Our current leader.
Oh, looks a little short.
That is going to be a scratch. Here we go. This is the unlimited class, boys. Anything can happen here. I mean, Freebird coming in, looking to put his first score on the board. He's got a 22-foot takeoff.
Oh, that's tidy.
It's going to be a little long. That's close.
I think the main thing is he's on the scoreboard.
He is. He is on
You
the
wonder
board.
what the pilots are listening to. You know, is it like classical music? Is it like mad rock music? Maybe it's poetry, or maybe there's pure silence.
Bubbles coming in there, or sorry, formerly Bubbles. Freebird coming in with a 105 for round 2 score.
Very respectable score, especially that's his first points from Heat 2. We got a long.
All right, not sure what happened there. Maybe that wind got the best of him.
That was a little long in the tooth.
Yeah. All right, current standings have not changed. We've got a few extras on the board here. Norcali coming in with 83, number 1. Wes Campbell in second place with a 90. Sub B at 92. Freebird at 105. And Luke Carrier at 155. I think we're going to add one more maybe to that leaderboard.
Yeah, so Ethan Josh, that landing distance, 410. He was sent to get some messages from the next field, it looks like. That was a very long landing, but maybe the wind, maybe just carrying too much inertia going in there. Very hard to know, but at least he's now on the scoreboard, and it's all to work for now. And this their last heat coming in here. So this one, all to fight for. So we're looking at some about to blast off here.
All right, this one is for it all. Round number 3 in our unlimited class.
So it's kind of a 3-horse race, although Freebird did get some good points there. Not an awful lot in it, but Norcali holding on by the skin of his teeth, it looked like. And we got Wes and Sub now, very little in between them. So this last attempt now it all comes down to this.
Wow.
That's a solid takeoff.
Is that sub 20 on that takeoff?
They got 19 feet, correct and right. Wow.
Jeez. Not his shortest, but
Subliminal
still.
Black, very, very consistent with his takeoffs. He just can't get these landings under wraps.
Interesting style from the pilot there. I mean, putting all the pressure on the nose, then an immediate lift back.
And it's working for him as well. Coming in at
Takeoff
a
roll, registering
57-foot
57.
takeoff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is
Very
nuts.
close.
You know what I mean? Like, that's still, like, 57 feet. That's like your garden, do you know?
yeah. Oh, we missed Wes there. I'm not sure. Looked good.
Looked very good. Registering at 29 feet.
29 feet for Mr. Campbell. Norcali, our current leader in the number 22 Kit Fox. Lined up. Come on, Cali. Hold it together here.
Go,
Round
brother.
number 3. Right now, he's trying to beat himself.
Ooh, 22 feet.
That will do it. Subliminal Black's round 3 takeoff at 19 feet. He still has a chance if Subliminal Black can really lock in on this landing. I mean, he has a shot at taking this thing home. So does
100%.
Freebird. I mean, Freebird is right there with him as well.
Oh, that looked good.
Unreal.
Freebird that was a 23 footer. That's the competition is getting real now.
Yeah, Norcali's still the shortest. Or no, I mean, it's 22 foot there. Everyone is knocking on Norcali's door, trying to take home that number 1 spot.
Predictions in our chat here, guys. What do you think? I mean, it's very, very close.
I don't even know if you could call it. I mean, it's up to any of those 3 at the moment.
That's really going to boil down to, like you said, the landings, I feel.
Yeah.
It's a Josh away in 148 feet, still improving all the way. But yeah, it all comes down to this. Here we go now with
Here it is.
Sub coming in.
Subliminal Black on final. A shot to take home the win here.
Oh!
Oh,
I don't know, man.
That looked close, man.
know. Oh, he just did it. Oh my gosh. Subliminal Black coming in with a total of 73 feet.
We have a
Norcali
new
right now
leader.
by 10
Hey.
feet. 10 feet.
yeah.
That's crazy.
He really put it together there under pressure. That's impressive.
Subliminal had an amazing run just now.
Gary, you're doing some amazing rudder work.
Oh, and he's
Coming
down.
in really crossed up. There's a lot of side load. Oh man, my heart can't take it. Here comes NorCali, now in second place. Or no, that's not NorCali. Sorry, Wes Campbell in third place, trying to beat his previous best score of 90 feet overall.
Wes got a
Best landing
fantastic
to date.
takeoff on this run, just 29 feet.
Yeah.
So this landing coming in, all to play for.
Oh my gosh! I think he did it.
Oh,
I think he just did it.
I think we have a new top
Wild.
score here. That was incredible.
Oh, we do! 67 feet from Mr. Campbell.
That's
And
unbelievable. Here comes
unfortunately-
NorCali.
And they're all showing up to play in round 3. No chance to come back and try to take your spot back. This is it.
What can Cali do? It was an amazing takeoff. The landing, bit of a bounce. It's looking all right.
I don't know.
That's going to be really hard to beat what Wes Campbell just did.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah. 67 is to beat.
Come on, Scores. Where are you?
We can't take
I
it.
can't take it.
Did you
Don't do
see
it to
it?
me now. Don't tell me.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
There's Freebird. A little long. Are they not going to give us NorCali's score? I think they're holding it from us.
Yeah.
They're holding it from us. Oh my gosh.
This is going to be really close. We need that score because it's like, what?
Why? Yeah, they can't do that, man. Freebird coming in with a total of 104 there. He did beat his previous score of 105. So he bested himself. Really nice control there in that scout. Oh, that was
Panel
close.
closed. Looks like a scratch. It's a scratch.
It is a scratch, and they're still not giving us NorCali's score. We're not sure what this is going to... I mean, this is the difference between NorCali winning, getting second, or there it is. Third. Wow. What a
So was that
final.
a case it didn't register NorCali's last landing? There's something that doesn't look right there.
I think it did. They've updated it here on the scoreboard. Looks like Wes Campbell coming in first at 67, Subliminal Black in second at 73. NorCali holding on to his best score in the second round there of 83. Freebird at 104, Luke Carrier at 133, and Aether Josh at 362. Well, there it is, boys. I mean, you never know. Every round is a potential, and a lot of these guys squeak it out right in the third round when the pressure is on. Wes Campbell coming out there with a big win, really improving his scores. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
And they waited for the very last round as well. So NorCali did do better with a score, just updated here now. Originally an 83 up to a 76, but it's Wes who absolutely dominated that one. Incredible score of 67 with Subliminal just behind. I mean, they kind of saved the best for last. It was very much way better takeoff, way better landing. Everyone improving there. And that was right to the wire. Right to the wire. Wes doing such an incredible job there. A score of 67.
Yeah, moving into our touch and go challenge here. This will be really interesting. Another shot for one of these pilots who didn't get the win in our traditional STOL competition here. Going to try to take it home here for our touch and go. It's every competition with these unlimited planes. It really is a toss-up on what's going to happen. I mean, in a lot of other classes, you can kind of tell. Round 1, coming into round 2, okay, we have a really dominant pilot here. But this group right here is so competitive and so close. And here's the cool thing is no one is really keeping any secrets, right? They all practice together. They all train together. They're all sharing tips and tricks about what they're doing. So you really do get a fair shot at taking home a win. There's no secrets, no surprises. It just comes all the way down to pilot skill. Even if you're flying the most overpowered aircraft, the best aircraft in the class, if you can't perform in it, it doesn't matter, you know. But that was an insane group right there in the Unlimited.
But in secret, really, I mean, they're very competitive, eating all sorts of strange breakfasts and dinners, you know, number of push-ups and sit-ups before and after the event, and even, you know, trash talk prior to the event as well. I mean, we know they do it. They have to do it. They can't be all friends.
No, they can't. There's no way. There's got to be a little beef between some of them, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's what makes it what it is. I mean, the level of competition is quite incredible here, and what we're seeing, you know, especially from these guys in this particular class, with the Unlimited class, it was very much, okay, we'll play it safe for 1 or 2 rounds, but then it's all out. And to maintain that level of concentration and to be, you know, to execute those sort of scores right at the end, it's very, very impressive. Also, a note to anyone in the chat from Foxfly Studio, if anyone would like to get involved, if you'd like to take part in the National eSTOL Championship, there's going to be a brand new season starting next year. But there is a link there in the chat. Head on over to nationalstall.com/chat and you'll get your introduction to what it's all about, how you can compete. And I gotta say, guys, we've done a little bit of this on my own channel there some weeks back. We were learning about it, you know, all about bush flying, and you know, we had Kando join us. We also had Norcali join us just to kind of share the wealth of information, because it's an incredible way to experience your flight sim. It's, you know, it's adding that level of competitiveness, but also sheer skill. And it's remarkable to see. So anyone who's interested, make sure you follow that link and do be sure to check it out.
Some things have taken place here at my home, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to finish the broadcast today. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Don't panic. But I do have to skip out of here. I want to say thank you to everybody for showing up today. Two-Tone, it was great commentating with you. Cam, it was a pleasure. And we'll be back next season. I'm sure we're going to do some more broadcasting. But unfortunately, I do have to get on out of here. My daylight is running out, and I have some things I have to do. But thank you guys for having me. Again, it was a pleasure. And we'll see you guys very soon.
Take care, buddy.
I appreciate you guys.
Okay, so we got our aircraft approaching for their touch and goes. And I don't know, that nose dragger, it's just so different than everyone else. It looks so impressive. Look at, was that even a touch and go?
Oh man, what did Luke just do? Let's see. Am I looking at
a
one
splash
foot
and
for Luke?
dash?
Yeah, good splash and dash. Looks like it touched down 1 foot from the line.
Wow.
Wes Campbell up next.
I love hearing the sound of just that throttle input. I mean, it's barely forward, barely back, and then right when they're ready to nail it, straight back.
Yeah.
Oh, really good. Left wheel stayed down for a little bit of a drag. That was incredible.
Yeah, I love the vantage point. It's just so hard to tell where they're actually touching down.
Here comes Callie.
It looks
Amazing work by our camera operators today. It's phenomenal. Like, there's no easy task, and this is all manual, right?
Yeah, all manual.
Oh, looks like the left wheel got over first.
Okay.
Almost a
okay.
wing strike, but he held it.
So looking like 4 feet for North Cali, 11 feet for West Campbell. See what Freebird's going to do for us. Yeah, like you said, the engine sounds so good right here.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Freebird got a 7-footer.
Yeah, let's go.
It's incredible.
So let's see, what do we have? So sub B was 4. New name. Luke Carrier was 4, maybe 1. So sub B 4, Carrier 1, West Campbell 11, North Cali 4, Freebird 7,
And that
and
scout
Aether
looks so
Josh
good.
1.
Or the scout look. Yeah, that scout
Yeah.
looks so good.
That's 1 foot for Aether Josh. Back to sub B, bringing them all of the unlimited class back in. So surprisingly, like you said, the spot landing competition gives others the opportunity to win. Let's say that you didn't win the unlimited class, well, you can still turn around and win the touch and go competition. And it looks like Aether Josh did that. In fact, well, actually,
Wow,
I just
if
lied.
so,
It's going to be between Aether Josh and Luke Carrier, it looks like. They both scored 1. Looks like we have a tie.
that's incredible. So if Aether Josh is right up there, considering the scoring, flying that aircraft of the American Champion Scout, definitely got the chance to redeem himself right at the end here.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I hear another voice.
It is I.
Somebody else on the camera. Oh,
Burstix TV,
snap.
welcome. Welcome to
A wild
Burstix.
Burstix has entered the chat.
Yes. What's up, buddy?
I'm here, everybody. So how was it hearing the sultry tones of Kando? And I think Two Tone's still here. We got Cam here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. I loved it, guys. Great job so far. I'm just coming in to hang out.
I'll revert to that, famous saying, don't panic. It's like, okay, what do we do now? Right. But no, I gotta say, I mean, the unlimited class, I mean, it really came to life here, even though earlier on we saw a little bit closer with the scoring, but certainly here towards the end, absolutely incredible stuff here. I mean, as we see, Wes coming in there with a 67, Subliminal with a 73, and North Cali with a 76. The top 3, very, very close.
Yeah, these guys are so close every time.
The Freebird's trying to give us exhibition and short takeoff and landing.
So Bursix, right? I mean, when it comes to some of the scenery design that goes on, like what's the turnaround like of designing a course, copying what's happening in the real world, and then injecting it into the sim? I mean, a lot of work clearly goes into this.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's, mostly started by, well, it all started in, last year, about a year and a half ago. And we got, aerial views from Google and other things like that. But then also National Stoll provided them to our scenery creator, Anov. And then he takes that and he looks at every little detail from the sky and from, on the ground pictures as well from the different events throughout the year, because all of our eSTOL events happen at all of the National Stoll events. Except for this one, of course. This is the only fictional course we have, and this is where it all started. But the turnaround time,
awesome.
He's still working on little bit by little bit, changing things, etc., as the seasons go on. But most of the hard work is done, and it took probably all of that 1.5 to 2 years to get all of them done.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's a ton of work, and but a beautiful job.
I suppose what blows my mind, it's every track, even though each circuit it looks relatively the same. I mean, you have the same markers. Every track, they're all different. There's all different landscapes around them, but then they evolve even during an event because weather, right? I mean, wind, temperature, density, altitude, like it's all there. Yeah. It's a living, breathing track.
And it's cool because, as you know, the wind in the sim, the weather in the sim is, we have the real life weather. So when we go and fly in eSTOL out at, Heritage Stoll, the wind is always, the pilots the week before the event, they're practicing, everybody's talking about the wind. It's really cool seeing that side of it as well, where the pilots are all, we got to go out to Heritage Stoll. It's going to be very windy because it's on the east coast of the United States, and it's, right by the ocean. So it's like that course is always contentious when it comes to, what are we going to practice winds with, et cetera, because they gotta pay attention to that stuff.
Man, that Scout looks so good in a touch and go. It's like contact with the wheels. Yeah, okay, we made contact and then gone.
Yeah, majestic coming in and then bad out of hell on the way out.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me there taking a selfie. Hey, I didn't make that, okay? I didn't make that.
I was going to say, I mean, a great job of holding the pose for so long. I mean, at this stage, my arm would be falling off.
Been there for a few years now, a year at least. Holding strong.
I remember at was it Houston Bursix or was it Vegas? I can't remember. Yeah, in the trailer, the whole lot up and running. It was some experience to see. Vegas, yeah. You actually got that into the building, man.
Yeah, it was. I got videos of that coming in, and there was, the people who were working at the convention center. They were rolling their eyes, laughing. They were like, "How the heck are they gonna?" But we got it in. And then we kind of got scolded a little bit, and Tom was like, "Hey, we were told we could bring this in, and so it's in, and it's staying in. So we're leaving."
Did you have to replace a tire in there too?
Yeah, I replaced one of the strut arms or something. I think Tom threw it to me, and he said, "Here you go." And I said, "I've never done this before." He's like, "You got a cell phone? You got YouTube?" Yep. All right. And there we go. That's how you get it done, though. But
best luck.
Unfortunately, the trailer's gone. Thank God we still have Cam with us.
Yeah.
We'll get a new trailer, but we can't get a new Cam.
It was so sad to hear that the trailer got totaled, guys. Yeah, real sad. So the scores on the doors, rather. Wes Campbell doing an incredible job there with a final score of 67 points in the Kid Fox, with Sub B just behind in the Savage Gravel of 73. Nor Cali doing very well in his Kid Fox, total score of 76. Freebird in the Savage Gravel down at 104. Luke Carrier in the NX Cub, the nose dragger, with a respectable 138. And with Josh coming in then in the American Champion Scout of 533, but definitely seemed to perform very, very well in the touch and goes.
Yeah, so it's interesting because Kando mentioned that, the Champion Scout may not be able to compete, and he's going off of 2024 numbers, and I agree with that. But in 2020, it has been said that the Scout is quite a bit more advantageous in short landings and takeoffs. So I'm not sure why we didn't see that plane do a little better, but, you'll have that from time to time. The boys. And we'll be taking it to a commercial break, guys. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Thanks for being here at National eSTOL's finale this year.
Welcome to Onair Airline Manager, where the skies are yours to conquer. Dive into the ultimate aviation simulation, where players from around the world connect, collaborate, and compete. Whether you're starting as a small bush pilot or running a budding airline, the possibilities are endless. Lease your first airliner or rent a bush plane. The choice is yours. With over 2 million pilot flights logged from Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane, P3D, and FSX, and 8 million AI flights, you're joining a truly immersive world. Navigate a dynamic economy. Manage airports, build fixed base operators, share assets, and hire a crew. From buying, renting, or leasing aircraft to tracking your finances, Onair has the tools to help you grow. Explore a persistent MMO world that runs in real time. Manage charter flights, create virtual airlines, and develop custom routes. Whether you're delivering cargo, transporting passengers, or managing your very own airport, you can optimize every aspect of your operations. From thrilling bush flights in rugged terrains to long-haul airliner operations, Onair offers it all. Bush flying will test your piloting skills in some of the most remote and adventurous locations around the world. With real-time flight tracking, custom scoring, AI dispatchers, and crew management, Onair is the most complete airline management experience. Ready to soar? Experience a 7-day free trial, no commitment required. Join the active Discord community today and begin your aviation journey with Onair Airline Manager. Your airline, your adventure, your skies.
They make it look terribly easy, don't they?
Yes.
Yes,
It's
they do.
always easy. Oh,
Okay.
where was the camera? Did you see where the camera just was? It looked like it was in like a kiddie pool.
They found the
Probably one
paddling
of the-
pool, yes.
There's a house on hand. Probably got a playground out back.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love starting up here though, and there's so many hills. If you guys are looking for the audience, if you're looking for a nice little place to go bush flying and some hill hopping, some landings randomly out in the wilderness, a bunch of parallel 42 sceneries are out here, so you can check those out while you're out here. Hit those, and then head west towards the ocean, and you'll find what I'm talking about. It's one of the most beautiful areas to do some hopping around and just having a good time in a bush plane.
I love the I mean, where they choose to have these events, like it's up and down the country, like, and it's even flying. I remember chatting to Norcali about this from the sim perspective. I mean, even flying to and from all the different events as well. It's pretty cool that you can do that. So yeah, it's fantastic. Just a quick note there to responses as well. We saw the video there from Onair. I don't know if you guys have tried it. I use Onair quite a bit, and even in addition to what we've seen on the trailer, they have this awesome thing. They can inject scenery. So if you want to do like an air ambulance flight or search and rescue, they can actually inject scenery into your sim. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, make sure you give it a try. There's a free trial, I think, when you sign up for them as well. So definitely a lot of fun. So right, what happens now, Burstix? I mean, we've seen incredible competition throughout today, but we're not done yet, are we?
No, I think we still have the finale, which is going
The
to
grand
be
finale.
the knockout round, which is something that, I don't know if we've ever done this in eSTOL before. I don't think we did this last year, so this seems to be new for everyone.
So a knockout round. This is going to be based on 3 classes, I think. Is it touring, backcountry, and then the unlimited? So a knockout is basically that. I mean, it's the lowest score wins.
Right? Yeah, so
Round of 3 and a round of 2 for our touring. Sweet.
gotcha.
So something new. This is going to be interesting.
So the big question is, though, are we going to be going to 2024 next year, or are we going to be staying on 2020? We still don't get the move on over to 2024, but we have to make sure that it's ready, because it's a big the whole production is a big thing. You wouldn't think it is, really. It's like it's a video game, but in some ways the production of the eSTOL is actually a little more intricate even than the production of the real life one.
There's no
The good
lie.
thing is here we don't have to run all the cords across the runway and do all that physical walking, but mental walking, yes.
Yeah, like I think 2024 definitely lends itself in terms of the fidelity of the scenery and even with the aircraft behaving differently, especially in ground handling. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. I know there's more testing on the way, and it's definitely the aim of it. And I know a lot of folks who are using Flight Sim 2024 now as their exclusive sim. They're asking the question, "Hey, I'd love to do this, but it's not my sim yet." The good news is it's coming, and I think hopefully we'll see more of an uptake, especially throughout the community now when they see events like this. It's incredible. I mean, folks entering in, giving it their best shot. It's a great community spirit for this as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be awesome once the transition over to 24. But as you say, there's a lot involved, from the scenery, from the scoring, from all the tech that's running things, even the cameras, which, I commend the work of the camera operators today. There's more crack to it in 2024 to get used to some of the new kind of switches and buttons. So, yeah, there's going to be a challenge for sure. So we see Brown Dog rolling off here in the Wilga. And he's the first up.
Smitty, I think, just went first, and I'm just sitting here amazed by his system. I heard you guys talking about it earlier, and Two Tone says, "Is that blowers on there? Has he got wind on there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's got wind on there. He's got everything on there. I mean, how the heck?" And he made that himself, you know. Smitty did all that on his own. He's an engineer by trade, so he, you know, decided to do that instead of getting a Harley. It's about the cost of it. Was about the cost of a Harley, I would imagine. That's a very expensive sim. If we all had one of those, I mean, I wouldn't be mad. So whoever wants to send me one,
you'd never go outside again.
You're right. I would be strapped to the chair.
We're getting the camera
feed
over
shot
here
there.
now. I mean, look at it.
So immersive. I mean, he is in it to win it. I mean, you talk about dedication right there. Yeah, and I wonder, you know, if when he fabricated this, he's probably got a buddy that, or maybe he did it. You know, I know he designed it and built it, but I wonder, like, the fabrication side of it. Where did all the parts come from? You know, somebody made them, I would imagine.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Looking at them, I mean, clearly invented by the Irish, but yes, a lot of custom-made parts, I'd say.
Oh, look at that. The feeling he must have when he lands there. He's just
and
just
in
got
VR to boot as well. That's incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
Still love that livery too, by the way. It was one of my first favorite liveries of the cruise pilots.
So that looked like it was just under 100 feet.
Ooh.
Bird dog flying it in like a helicopter.
Yeah. Looks like Bird Dog's going to be a little
Or
shorter
brown
than
bird dog.
Bird Dog. Dang.
Sorry, Mrs.
Yeah.
Brown Dog.
I can actually hear her shouting
apologize.
from here.
Yeah.
Forget the next room. But that was impressive landing. That was really, really good.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't think that was. I think that was good. I think it was good. Tail touch, but of course we know that is allowed.
Yeah. Just couldn't see from that
think
vantage
that-
point if he touched the line or if he made it over.
Looks
So
like
these
a
numbers-
scratch, at least on the scoring.
Okay, so they did score it as a scratch. I must have been paying so much attention to the back, to the tail touching, that I wasn't really looking at the front, because I did have a question there in my head. But yeah, they did call it a scratch. Good eye there. Two-tone. So how cool is it to have Two-Tone Murphy on the stream? I mean, this is the guy that, like, when I started watching Flight Sim, and I don't mean to flatter you, but, you know, it's the guy I started watching, and he was the guy. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of great streamers that, you know, but Two-Tone Murphy has been hard working diligently for a long time at this, and so he was the guy, you know, one of the coolest and one of the nicest, but also one of the biggest. So it's great to have a collaboration with you, and I want to make sure that everybody that's watching, if you don't know who Two-Tone Murphy is, please, you guys need to check him out. He's still streaming. And Two-Tone, what are you streaming these days? Weekdays? You know, how's that go?
Yeah, it's pretty much every day now, and you're very kind for saying such lovely words. Very nice. Thank you very much indeed.
Well deserved.
It's gas. It's, you know, getting into Flight Sim. You know, 2020 was pretty much the start of what I do in terms of live streaming on the channel and whatnot. But you know, here we are. You know, almost 6 years into it, and you know the curtain has just been pulled back when it comes to eSTOL. Like, I'm still learning of all the different activities you can do with these flight sims, and eSTOL for me, I mean, I'm brand new to this. We only started doing some bush flying recently. I mean, we've done it years before, just kind of backcountry flying, but actually learning stall and what's involved, learning about the different aircraft. All the, you know, from lifting equipment to the aircraft specifications, all of that. But then when you learn about the competitive edge with eSTOL, it's quite incredible. I mean, there's a fully fledged community here, and it's an awful lot of fun, because I mean, you can transition from whatever you do in a flight sim, your commercial flying, you know, military, general aviation, you can do all of these things. But when you find something like eSTOL, and it is competitive, but it's fun, it's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, you can come in and you can be the most competitive like Brown Dog. I mean, he's out there, you know, putting certain amounts of air in his tires virtually to make sure he's got the best landing. You know, he's very in tune with, not actually, obviously, but, you know, he's doing these little things, whatever it may be, to make sure he's the best. And he's super competitive with it. But also, same guy is just as nice to people who just want to come in and have a good time. And then everybody gets along really well. And other people, you can see they're not really trying to get a first place every single round. They just want to be in the pattern, because I will tell you this, I got a chance to fly in the pattern last year, and it was so cool because all the pilots are on comms together. So with the air boss, and so everybody's communicating and they're talking about their spot in the pattern. You know, as you know, there's 5 or 6 people. They take off one after another, about 30 seconds apart, and by the time the last guy comes around, the pattern is designed. Nice landing from Smitty.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
I look good.
Notice he's shutting off his engine too. Brown Dog is starting. See, now we talk about Brown Dog doing all these little things, and you see other people that are starting to do this. So it's kind of effective in the best of ways.
We got some scores in here so far. Brown Dog with a 173, Smithy coming in with a 244. Similar enough on their takeoff distance, but definitely the landing distance is where the difference kind of shows.
A little bit of correction there at the end, Cam.
Yeah, I mean that looked like it was pretty heavy there. I wanna go to our little tool and see how many G's was laid down by Av.
Well, you know the song. You know the song by Soundgarden, Jesus Christ Pose. And whenever someone does that, I think of that. You know, I think of, Chris Cornell just belting out the song Jesus Christ Pose, and the plane is, upwards like a cross.
Yeah.
They're trying to turn it into a parachute. You know what I mean? Gotta get stopped down.
And AvGeek only pulling like 1.2 G's on that landing. So I mean, there's not any catastrophic like structural failures or anything like that would be read from that. Nothing that would cause a black flag. I mean, if you look at it, Brown Dog was throwing down a 1.5 on the G meter on his landings, and everything's a-okay. So yeah, that was that's pretty interesting for that first run.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. He's got a way to do it.
So the scoring in, Brown Dog with a 173 in first place. We got Smithy in second with a 244. And in third, we have Aviation Boss with a 283. So the winner of this one goes to Brown Dog in the Wilga.
All right.
So the aim for the pilots on this one, I mean, they need to get a score. Brown Dog getting the score successfully on the first run. The other guy is not, so that gives him the clear advantage heading into this. But a very good score to get, and Brown Dog comes away as the winner. Very, very good flying.
Yeah, I got to hand it to Brown Dog. He came in last year sometime, very, very active in the community. A lot of help within the pilot community, and he's winning. He's winning all the time. He's very, very good at what he does, and sometimes you kind of take that for granted if the same person is just doing so well, But what can you say? I mean, that's how you win. Is you practice every single week, and that's what you notice about Brown Dog is he's practicing every single week. He's doing the things that will allow you to win.
100%. Brown Dog's been flying Microsoft Flight Sim since 1998. Took it up serious in 2023, and it was Norcali who introduced him into eSTOL back in 2024. So it's great to see that transition. I mean, I think a lot of folks probably share the same sort of background of Brown Dog. I mean, they would have dabbled in Flight Sim many years ago and really picking it up with the release of Flight Sim 2020, and then seeing the likes of eSTOL where you learn more, and you just, as I said, it's that community vibe that you have. It's great to see, and well, here he is getting massive scores. Awesome stuff.
Right. yeah, so next up will be the final round for the touring class, or I'm sorry, not the touring class, but the bush class or backcountry class, all over the place right now.
Country.
We're going to see our Cessnas back in action and the Rans, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody loves a Cessna.
Predictions now in chat, right? And if you get it wrong, it's grand. We'll blame Kando. You know, he's not here.
Yeah, he's not here. We can blame him.
Yeah, right. It'd be grand. So yeah, it's amazing to see it, and like it's great. But also think about I won't say the pressures, but like there's a lot on the pilots who are competing, because I mean they have to maintain that level of concentration throughout this event, and like even what isn't shown is when they're practicing, and it's to maintain that and just aim for precision. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, and I mean they're tuned in too, because like I mentioned a little bit ago, they were all on comms. They're all taking orders from the air boss if there's any corrections needed in their altitude or in their pattern. So they're not only paying attention to that, but then when they turn final, they've got to really zone in, and that's where it'll make or break if you're concerned about other things. That's why it's important so much to listen to the air boss and keep the pattern that we suggest, because once you get onto that final, you don't want to be thinking of anything else. You want to think about one thing. You want to think about getting the tires just over that line, and all the movements of the flaps and the brakes and everything else. Now you got guys turning off the engines, so as competitive as it can get.
Absolutely. And you can really see, I mean, each pilot they'll deploy their own their skill, yes, but they'll try their own maneuvers, even as you say, like switching off the engine, or just going full flap, or maybe not full flap. They all have their own kind of styles, and it definitely seems to be paying off. I mean, we've seen today just how close that scoring gets. Like there's no one following the same hymn sheet here. Everyone has their own flair of how the aircraft is performing. They're flying, even their viewpoint in the aircraft, be it with VR or even where their camera sits, this field of view, everyone's going to have something slightly different. So to see everyone having such a different setup, right, from full motion rigs to Xbox, and yet the scoring is so close, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, they get their muscle memory on their their choice of peripherals, whether they're using this or that. Somebody asked in the chat earlier, can you use an alpha yoke or Thrustmaster Quadrant or something like that? And it's like, if that's what you're used to and that's what you want to use, then absolutely. I mean, I think we even allow Xbox controllers. Cam has one of those Yawmans, so it's just whatever you prefer, and you get your muscle memory down with that, But I like to try to get as close as I can to so I have a stick because I like flying planes that have a stick. But then when I get into a plane that has a yoke, I don't have a yoke, so I would like to get one, but still you can control just fine with whatever you have, because that's what you're used to. So for people that are looking to get into it,
yeah, 100%. Like it's worth noting as well, like where the hardware is going, and like we've seen this over the last kind of year or so. Hardware is getting so accessible now, with so many manufacturers putting their stuff out there, like the likes of Honeycomb, Thrustmaster 2. But when you look at some of the newer equipment coming in that has force feedback at affordable levels, there could be a huge advantage there of actually getting a sense of feeling of what the airplane is doing beyond that of a visual representation. Of course, Smithy has the full motion rig, definitely getting those senses physically on your body to know, oh, hang on, we need to go this way. But even from a force feedback perspective, the hobby it's growing at such a rate, and to be able to see now all the hardware catching up, and like that as well. I mean, Bursix, I use a stick, right? I mean, that's I have a yoke, but I tend to fly with a stick, and even single pilot ops, it's usually only one hand on your flight controls anyway. But I think the main lesson there is use what you're most comfortable with, and it's not just when it comes to your hardware, but it's also the aircraft that you're going to choose as well. I mean, the folks flying today, they have an intimate knowledge of these aircraft. They've spent hours, hundreds of hours in these aircraft, knowing exactly what makes them tick. Their slowest possible speed, their highest speed, weight, center of gravity. They've spent a lot of time figuring out, how to get the last drop of performance out of these aircraft. So it goes without saying. I mean, you pick your aircraft, you pick your hardware, you get your configuration, you dial it in, and you lock it in, and that's where you start from there. And just see how you go with it.
One of the interesting things too is, like, you hear a lot of times, if anybody watches aircraft investigation, things like that on YouTube, you hear a lot about somatic graphic illusion and stuff like that when you get into, VMC conditions, where you can't see, or IMC conditions, where you can't see, you're in the clouds. And what's so interesting is that you can actually get confused in the sim. So I think a lot of people may, in the past, probably have discounted the sim because it wasn't as realistic. But it's almost so realistic now that if you get into the clouds, you can actually be flying upside down and not know it, just like which would be possible in real life. You can get confused like that. So flying in clouds, you got to pay attention to your instruments and just all those little things that transfer over, that add to realism. As you talked about, people getting into it more in 2020 and then 2024 growing as well. So I really like to see the way that the sim is going, because definitely the more people we get in here, the better.
100%. So we got a green flag. We have air moving, and we're looking good. Byron is already up. We had a takeoff roll of 211. And just being followed there by MP Thrall. Now we're going to get some scores in. There's that Rands doing it all again. It's going to be interesting to see how they fare out now in this grand finale.
Yeah, great little aircraft. The guy that makes that is, they're coming out with an S-21 sometime in the near future, I'm hoping. But so much work done on that Rands SXS. When he released it, he said, "Hey, I've still got some stuff to do on it." We all know that story. If you've ever bought a plane from a newer developer, sometimes things go by the wayside, and it happens sometimes. But nope, Flyboy Sims, he said, "Hey, I'm going to be working on this after release," and he's put a lot of work into it. And I don't think he's ever charged anything for the additional work. Rather, just use that as a opportunity to put the plane out there again as a hey, we're working on this thing, and kind of get it back in the limelight. And I think it was a great thing for him to do, because he made it, from what it was when it released, was, still a good aircraft, but now it's phenomenal. There's just so many little things with it. Gotta love Flyboy simulations.
It's pretty cool, and it is a great aircraft, and it's great to see it included with eSTOL. I know there's a lot of requests from folks that'd love to get other aircraft in, and I'm sure that'll happen. There's a ton of aircraft now fitting these categories, and it's great to see growth in this side of it as well. There's already some cracking airplanes in there already. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see a few more aircraft coming in. So we have a touchdown from Byron. It looks it looks like a wing strike.
Ooh. Yeah, we may be have to send him a check for cutting the grass at the airfield.
That's a black flag, so yeah.
Mr.
Bowman is out.
Ooh. Unlucky. Byron getting a fairly decent takeoff roll, and the best one so far we've seen, it looks to be from LBR with the takeoff. That's the lowest so far. So we'll have to keep an eye now and see how this one progresses.
And back to your point, Two-Tone, directly related to whether airplanes get into National STOL or not is their realism. So when people ask about planes, we're open to most anything. That fits within the STOL category. We're open to almost anything, but really willingness of the developer to work with us, and their ability to, because we have data from real life data, tons of real life data from actual numbers, right? That's what we do in the real world, is we fly planes all around the country, land them, see how short they can land, see how short they can take off. And so when we have a lot of this data, and whoever this the developer may be with whatever plane, if that person would work with us, then hey, we're down. We're open to working with them. But then sometimes it can be where, the developer doesn't want to reach out or something like that. So it makes it a little more difficult. But so point being, if you want a plane in, that developer, if they would work with us, then we'll work with them. And that's how you can get a plane in. And this isn't about any specific developer, but this would be for future reference for people who want to get planes in. That's the key. You got to get the developer to work with whatever our issues with the plane are. That's leaving us to leave it out of the champion or out of the eSTOL.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully we'll see a lot more being added to it. I mean, like the aircraft currently available to use, I mean, these are all incredible, and I love the customization here. I mean, everything from the liveries, and then you see the the pure skill and style from the pilots that they're using. It's just class to see. So, yeah, let's see how our scoring goes here. That was really nice from Jesse. That was incredible. That was really, really good.
Beautiful.
And that vantage point on landing reminded me of like the old school, like World War II footage from the carriers that you'd see of like Corsairs and other aircraft landing on the deck. That was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little, and so it's kind of interesting when you watch some of these older birds. They sometimes can float right in on an aircraft carrier, but that's by design. That's why they face them towards the wind.
That looked just short. Good.
Came in with a little bit of heat there. LBR Gaming, longtime flyer with us. He knows how to fly, definitely, but I think right there maybe slipped a little bit on. He had something on his mind when he turned final. Maybe a new date. Maybe he's got a girlfriend or something he's thinking about, because he usually will be right there on the money with it. But little too hot, in my opinion, for LBR. But great flyer nonetheless.
Looks like that came in at a 207 for the landing roll.
By the way, LBR's livery. I know you guys talked about it earlier, but I'll just say again, that is a hot livery.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like we're going to have MP Troll and LBR head-to-head for the win. These two are going to go at it. And we'll have to see who's going to come out on top. Interesting, we got the Rands and the Cessna going to be duking it out.
That Rands is still hanging on there. That's incredible.
Yeah, I love the Rands. The Rands is able to do a falling leaf stall. And if you're not familiar with what a falling leaf stall is, it's basically when the wings stall equally, and you essentially can float to the ground on both wings stalling. So there's no more laminar flow over either wing. The wing is just basically set. It's basically a parachute at that point. I mean, there might be some laminar flow, but you're not in a flying state. You're essentially in a falling state. But it's really interesting. I don't know if every plane can do it in the real world or what, but I know that in the sim, and it is a phenomenon out there that you can do this falling leaf stall. So it's very interesting to try in the Rands if you haven't tried it. So I was at dinner the other day, and I saw a guy with like a 90s looking Corsair jacket on, and I thought, oh my gosh, might be my chance to talk to a Corsair, someone who's flying a Corsair pilot. He was younger, so maybe in his 40s or so definitely wasn't like World War II vet or anything like that, but I thought, well, maybe he flies a Corsair for a museum or something. And so I struck up a conversation with him. He was not a Corsair pilot, but he was a pilot nonetheless. And so we got to talking about eSTOL. He knew about National eSTOL. He hadn't heard of eSTOL yet, though. So I told having to call us because someone reported eSTOL to the FAA. And he got a great laugh out of that. He couldn't believe it. I said, it's like, obviously the FAA investigated a little bit before they called. So when they called, everybody had a big laugh because, they have to call in every event. But they already knew at that time that even when they called that it was eSTOL, it was on the computer, so everybody was safe, right? Except for Smitty. Smitty might not be safe. He told me one time when he goes to bed, sometimes he might have bruises on him from the from the hard landings. He said, I gotta be really careful how I fly, unlike everybody else. So he's like, I gotta be, I gotta watch my P's and Q's because this thing will beat me up.
Yeah, we've seen him punch holes in the wall. Not literally seen the hole get punched, but seen a mysterious hole behind him as he's sitting in the rig.
Yeah, so I wonder where that came from. It's like, you got to keep an eye on that. Watch for more signs of abuse to the wall.
So MP Troll inbound. How's he gonna do? Oh, that looks short.
That looked like a scratch.
It looked like one.
Our only Xbox
Under
player.
review.
Under review, but I'm gonna call it. When you're watching football, the announcers are always talking, and I'm thinking, what the heck do they know? They don't know anything. They can't see nothing. You know what I mean? And now here I am talking about it, but I'm calling it. It was a scratch.
It's a scratch. Oh, it's
hey.
a scratch.
I do want to say thanks to Kando for coming out. Hey, what do you guys think of that, chat? Kando and Two-Tone Murphy on one stream. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight and be so excited. So we got Kando. He was a major contributor to my interest in STOL. I mean, the contributor, because and another scratch, by the way, LBR gamer with a scratch. Well, I don't know. See, this is one of those things that you also see on the NFL where all the announcers are like, I don't know. So I think we don't know, but we will find out for you guys. Promise. Yeah, I would say they'd have to go. Yeah, Cam, you're right. Another round.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kando was, in his community actually, Frankie Poops and the like. Oh, box truck just flying by. Oh, interesting. I did not know that Anov had traffic on the roads that he built out here, because those aren't actual roads. So they were built by Anov. It looks like he put traffic on there. Cool. But yeah, anyway, so the fact of Kando stream teaching me how to bush fly, and I was just flipping through looking for someone to teach me how to fly a helicopter because I was bored of playing Call of Duty a couple years ago. And then I saw Kando and I said, this guy looks interesting, so I clicked on him and I was watching the stream, and it seemed like a cool stream, and they're flying these little planes that I'm like, well, where are the banners that say Burt Watson, Chevrolet, and Pontiac, because that's what I thought bush planes were for. I didn't know they were really for anything else. I hadn't really paid any attention to that in life. And now here we are 3 years later because of that stream. I got interested in this, and I started doing a competition, and then 80K was right there with me, and Anov and everybody, and we all kind of created this thing and hooked up with National STOL, and now look at us. We're rocking out. And it's all because of everybody that helps out, and all the viewers that come in, and the guests that come in. We've had Av Angel, we've had now Two-Tone, had Kando before. Two-Tone, I think you actually did one before this, right?
No, this is the first gig. Okay, I've certainly watched some, but yeah, no, first gig, man, it's a lot of fun. So much goes into this, but it's when you see just how. Oh no! It's when you see the competitive edge. Oh, that's down, dear.
Wow.
Panic!
Disclaimer: this is a video game. Do not call the FAA.
That's probably the most catastrophic crash I've seen in sim.
Yeah, there was one.
Oh, go ahead.
Looks like a default win. I think MP Troll, with the name like Troll, something fishy, maybe he might be trolling to get this moving along. Maybe he just crashed to let LBR win. I think we'll have to find out, but maybe we'll never know. But LBR takes the win.
LBR
didn't even have to burn any extra dinosaurs for it.
He's like, Burstick said I wasn't on my game today, but I still won, so. He's taxiing away, and he's just looking back at old Burstick's like, told you so, buddy. Race control. Good to know. Thank you, race control.
And he's okay.
He didn't fall over in his seat as well. So now it's time to bring out the unlimited, folks. These are the hoot and the hollers, the he and the haws, actually the ye and the haws. These are the unlimiteds. So you got nitrous, you got no doors, you got no cowlings, you got just big tires and big wings and big props. Everything's bigger with unlimited.
So I think we have 3 competing in this one, right? So we would have NorCali, Freebird, and Sub.
So how's this for a finale for the championship? We really do appreciate everybody on the YouTube and the Twitch that has come out, supported, and hung out with us all year long. So what are your guys' reality versus expectations? Did the person you wanted to win at the beginning of the year, how did they do? Was your guy the one that took it all the way home? Or were you disappointed in the performance of your chosen pilot at the beginning of the year? What do you guys think? How did the year go? Let us know in the chat if you had a good time. Make sure to smack the like button. We're not done just yet. We still have another round. But we do want to hear what you guys thought of the season. If your pilot met your expectations or not. We won't put it all on the pilot. You can tell us how we did too.
Man, it's great to see the custom scenery looks incredible.
And if you guys are on air, like Two-Tone Murphy, who uses Onair, if you guys are on air, make sure to check out National STOL Lines. It is the STOL line for National eSTOL. So you can go in there and do things for National eSTOL, like fly around gear and maybe pick Steve Henry up for a flight, something like that. I don't know what kind of missions they have in there because I actually don't have Onair just yet. But I heard there's a free trial, so check it out. Make sure to check out National STOL Lines and get on air today. It is an interesting way to keep another thing to do in the sim. And as Murphy was talking about that, you got to do something different every once in a while. In the sim, there's just so many ways that you can make it interesting. If you get bored of one thing for a minute, flying airliners, come fly bush, go do Onair, etc. There's a lot of things you could do here. So check out Onair.
100%. It's a lot of fun, and with Onair, it has all the backcountry flying in there as well for National STOL Lines. So there's a ton of content to keep you busy. But you can also go your own path, which is pretty cool as well. So definitely a great way to expand your hobby. This being now the unlimited knockout, we got. These are the guys that kind of took our breath away a little bit earlier on. All the lowest scores, but the highest performance coming out at the very, very end. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys rock on. We got a green flag, and we're up and away with Sub leading the pack for this final.
Subliminal Black in that beautiful Savage Gravel. One of my favorites. If Kando was here, him and I would be arguing about that because we know Kando loves the carbon. NorCali loves the carbon as well, so you probably see if NorCali's competed, I'm sure he'll be in the carbon, which he performs very well in.
That was 34 feet for Sub B on that takeoff, it looks like.
34 feet.
Unbelievable takeoff from Luke Carrier with it raising the American flag high in the air. Luke Carrier looking great in that nose dragger.
So have we got 4 in this, or I think it's 4 contestants, or maybe more?
Well, might even be more than that because I think we had 2 takeoffs so far. There's still 4 on the runway.
Nice.
So we were thinking it was going to be 3.
Oh!
Should be 6 total.
Oh no.
Dang! Wow.
Now, mind you, in real National STOL, they keep the stands and everything way far away, and that probably wouldn't happen because real life doesn't glitch like the sim does. You don't lose internet connection in real life and then fly straight into something you shouldn't fly straight into. But the sim has that, things can disconnect, et cetera, et cetera. So I would imagine an internet issue and your throttle's held full forward, well, if it skips, it's going to be still held full forward, even if you are pulling it back in real life. So we have simulated all of our courses to have the crowd further away, but like we mentioned, this is the very first one, so the crowd is still where we put it the very first day before we had any any interest from National STOL even to then tell us, hey, we don't keep the crowd that close, so we got to move them back a little bit, even in our sceneries. But this is the OG, so I think it's going to be left as is, no harm, no foul. This is the most beautiful racetrack that we've seen, and I don't think we should change it a bit.
Yeah, like I remember some of the pilots saying earlier on, hardware has failed on them. Maybe the sim has failed on them. It's just kind of the nature of this. I mean, you compare it to the real world where you might have an aircraft specific failure, anything from avionics, hydraulics, pulleys, cords, tires, wheels. I mean, the list goes on, right? Yeah, I mean, from the sim pilot perspective, issues can happen, and there's not a lot you can do about it. I mean, it's the simulated horror, but it is what it is. But it's still going to be interesting because it's quite competitive here for what we have so far, and we have a takeoff roll already being registered. I mean, we're seeing 28 feet, 126 feet, 34 is in there as well. So this already looking very competitive.
So a warning issued to the last pilot there that took off. Okay, Ether, Josh, get with me after the event, and if you don't know what just caused that, I can tell you what just caused that issue you just had right there. If you want help, I know that one specifically. I don't know much, but I know exactly why that plane just did that. And for the crowd, I guess I could just say why, because when you have the flaps down in that aircraft, and your nose is tilted upwards, the thrust in slow flight is mostly just coming from the prop. And so when you are in slow flight in that specific aircraft, the flaps are directing all your thrust because you don't have much from moving because you're going so slow. It's all the thrust is going down, so there's no thrust or wind really going over your rudder, and you lose rudder control. So if you find yourself in the Savage Gravel, mostly it happens in that aircraft, if you find yourself in the Savage Gravel and you're spinning out like that on landing, it's because you have no thrust over your rudder. What do? Simple enough. You get rid of the flaps, put them back up, and boom, you have thrust from your prop now going over your rudder, even if you don't have airspeed.
All right.
So last landing coming in there, that was very impressive by the number 99. That was a score of 78 as we watch Norcali now come in for the approach. Oh, it's short.
Scratch from Norcali.
Wow, so Sub B and Norcali scratch.
This is a tough sport. It is a tough sport. Bush flying is one thing, but when you take the line and you put that line there, that line is staring right at you, and you have to land over it, just over it, So it's much different. Many people I think would join and try to do National STOL in the fact that they liked bush flying and something like that before. But once you get in, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That line will stare directly at you, and you have to stare right back at it and tell it to get in its place. You need to land just over that line, but it is tough to do.
And Freebird getting in there with a total score of a 146. Decent touchdown, 118 feet. So we can see we have a score. Let me see. We have a 78 leading with number 99, and we have Freebird in second there, looks like, with a 146.
All right.
Josh inbound with the American Champion Scout. Oh, looked short. It's a scratch. Unfortunate.
Oh,
That approach looked amazing. Just that little bit short. 7 feet short.
I'm wondering what's going on here today, because we're seeing quite a bit more scratches, seemingly anyway. I'm not looking directly at data, but just in the mind's eye, it seems as if we're having some scratching issues today. I wonder if someone let Cat loose and she's out there scratching everybody, giving everybody the cat scratch fever, because it seems like scratching is the way today for some reason.
yeah. So, I mean, just from the rule of attrition through scratches, we went from having 3 rounds for unlimited to just having 2. It was supposed to be all 6 pilots, then 4 pilots, then 2 pilots, and now it's just 2 pilots.
Just 2 pilots, and then there was 2.
There was 2, but there can only be 1. Sadly, no one's
can
flying a
only be
Highlander,
one.
so yeah.
So Luke Carrier off there in the NX Cub. That was frightening distance. That was 49 feet on a takeoff roll.
Frightening is correct. I mean, imagine that if you were in a 737 and you were on the runway and you're as a passenger and you took off in 37 feet. I mean, that would feel like you were on a spaceship.
Yeah, I would be very scared in that situation. It would probably take me the whole flight to be like, okay, that was crazy awesome, but what?
Yeah, I love takeoff. So I'll ask chat this, guys. What's your favorite part about takeoff? Have you ever flown in an aircraft in an airliner? What's your favorite part about not takeoff, but what's your favorite part about flying? Mine is definitely the takeoff. I love it, and I wish I could replay it over and over again when I go.
So our 2 combatants, the scoring is so close. We've had a takeoff roll of 49 feet, and we just saw Freebird with a takeoff roll of 31 feet. So these guys are very, very close now.
Close as ever.
Down to the wire.
What can the nose dragger do? Man, look at the crab on that.
Yeah, and the windsocks aren't even looking that crazy. I mean, it's a direct crosswind still, but like, it doesn't look like it's 20 mile per hour by any means.
We have a touchdown and a stop. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good.
Cam, did you just say that we have a 20 mile an hour crosswind going on right now?
No, I was saying that it doesn't look like it's 20, but I mean, it is a direct crosswind. So I mean, looking at the windsocks, it looked like it was about, somewhere between 10 and 12.
10, that's quite a contentious crosswind to have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
You're basically flying around a piece of canvas with an engine on it.
So we have Luke Carrier with a 121. This now up to Freebird. Formerly Bubbles. Let's see what's going to happen
Formerly
here.
Bubs. Yeah, I was talking behind the scenes. I was saying, hey, I can't wait to... When people change their names, a big joke around here is that I notice things, not very well. So I can't wait to call Freebird Bubbles for the next year until he paints it on the side of his plane like they have to do with other things they want to tell me as the announcer. They'll paint things on the side of the plane, and then I'll notice it, and I'll be like, oh, I see. Well, you're trying to tell me something that you already told me that I forgot or didn't realize. I just have such a hard time with change, So, it's hard for me to remember.
So I think, according to our scores, we have a winner. So we have Freebird with a 133 on his best run. Or maybe we've got some more to go. Good scores coming in, though. These 2 guys are really close. So the first 4 aircraft that DQ'd, they're going to get a chance to run again.
Yeah, it seems like they'll need to get some scores for that, so they'll run again. The ones that were DQ'd. Which is nice. Gives the pilot an extra chance. I think everybody deserves a mulligan every once in a while.
So is this like a one kind of chance redeem flight, or they can keep going until they register a score? How does that work?
So they're going to have to get a score to be placed.
To be placed. Yeah.
Now, I wonder what will happen what if somebody beats the top score? Those are cemented in, it seems like. So even if they beat the top score, these 4 are just going against each other. So Luke and whoever was in second place, they're not going to lose their score no matter what happens. They already won their respective, numbers there. But the next 4 are going at it for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place, and that way we can get them points for the season here. Because as you know, the pilots, they fly all year long. So when you join National STOL, you're not just joining for 1 or 2. I mean, you can. That's totally doable, but I think a lot of the pilots want to continue flying and get the score and win the entire year. So we'll see what these guys are going to do for points, and also stay tuned to our socials and join the Discord at nationalstol.com/chat, because you'll want to know who won the season championship, and you can only find that out after the broadcast. Once they get the numbers together, they'll present that to you guys. So if you want to know who's won for the season, who's lost, and who did what and where and when and why, make sure to tune into the socials there. nationalstol.com/chat to get the Discord.
All right, looking like a 35-foot takeoff for Norcali J. Next up, Aether Josh with a 136-foot takeoff.
Good old Norcali J.
Yep.
There's just something unnatural when you see an aircraft being able to take off like that. I mean, like instantly into the air. It's so cool looking.
Yeah, it looks so. When you get these bigger winds, these higher winds, it's like it does not look natural. I mean, it totally looks, just foreign. Because even you just don't see that very often. But with the mixture of the light aircraft and high winds, and another thing I think that maybe look misleading, because a lot of people would think oh, well, these aircraft are made of mostly metal, correct? Well, no, most of them are made of canvas, so the wings are very, very light. So these planes are even lighter than any composite or any aluminum material that you'd find on maybe your airliners. Well, for the most part, I guess if you look at probably the Cessna is going to have some metal in the body. I doubt the wings are metal, but maybe they are. Cam, would you know that? Maybe?
170Bs should be metal wings. The 170 was the rag wing, but the A and the B model should be metal.
Now your Huskies, your Cubs, etc. Those are some kind of canvas or fabric for the wings.
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's all.
Well, you know what? I don't worry about if I say something that's right or incorrect or not, because I know that between chat and everybody else in the pilot groups and stuff, someone will correct me. So I can say whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's grand.
Someone knows
Someone
it.
has it.
Yep. And in the, you know, everybody's super cool, super nice. They know me. They know I'm not going to get everything right. They know they got to tell me. Somebody will have it painted on their plane next week.
All
Man,
right,
these
eight
are
for
really
Josh.
good scores here.
Yeah, they're all saying we want to get points for the season. So we're going to be good this landing. Make sure we get
So
one.
what? Yeah, it looks like Norcali J was 54 feet. Aether Josh, 264 feet.
Looks like a good landing to me.
Oh yeah, and sorry, sub B is 34 feet. So, I'm sorry, I that was wrong. Sub B is 89 feet.
It's funny though, 89 feet, you know, when we're hearing numbers like 34 and 35 and 40, seems 89 seems like astronomical, but in reality, I mean, it's still really good.
Yeah, it's still super short. All right, final lap. Sub B
That's a
on the
very
go.
good takeoff.
Yep, very good takeoff for Sub B. Looks like it's probably one of the longer takeoffs of the day for Sub B. So used to seeing like
Because those
17 and
wheels-
19 feet.
Yeah. Let me see. Coming in at 20 feet, I mean, it looked like those the wheels lifted, and then the rest kind of followed. Okay, so a 20-footer to beat as Norcali lines up.
All right.
And that looks short. So actually,
Love
it
the
was
sound.
longer.
Love the sound of the plane
Norcali-
flying away.
Oh, it's awesome, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So on the takeoff roll, Sub B with a 20, Norcali with a 34. So it all comes down to how this landing's going to go.
All right. Sub B coming into frame. Hot on base final. Definitely going to slow it down before he gets to the
Yeah, yeah.
line.
Can hear that V6 Mustang engine in that Savage gravel there winding down.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Good.
nice landing, saved it. Almost a nose over, catastrophic, but no, saves it from the seemingly inevitable nose over. I thought he was going down, but the skill of the pilots can never be underestimated.
So here comes Norcali. Also looks to be a fast approach this, leaving off that speed, getting the angle of attack up a little bit higher.
Yeah, sometimes
Ooh,
it seems they get in a rush, you know, almost to land, but it's like, take your time. But don't take too much time because you're in a pattern. So you got to balance that. It's tough to do. Very tough. Tougher than gas station beef jerky for an example there.
What a great run from the two guys. I mean, the scoring, we're starting to see it here now. It is so close.
Yeah, it is.
That was awesome. That was
So,
awesome.
There you have it, folks. Scores should be coming up here in a second.
Wow.
Like
Can't believe the season's
to
over.
remain like that clued in for these guys for that amount of time, and like at the very last event to be able to pull them scores, that was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I have to agree. I have to agree with Two-Tone. Incredible series from everybody, and just the growth of eSTOL. I mean, it's like this is the end of the season, guys. So we're going to be, taking a break for a little bit. Much needed probably for everybody, because everybody works. You don't see that, on the other side of it, but there is so much that goes into this. And I know everybody could say that. It sounds super cliche, but really, I mean, it's a lot of people that coordinate to get this thing together. So much appreciated from everybody. Thank you guys for coming in and watching every single. I see people in the chat that are here every single time, and so we're glad you love it. That's why we do it. No other reason would it even be worth doing if you guys didn't love it. So appreciate everybody coming in, and big shout out to all of our sponsors. We really appreciate that. And we want to get your name out there. So if you want to become a sponsor of National Stole, make sure to reach out in the Discord and let us know that. And we'll see if we can work out something that will get your name out there. So, where it started, where it all began, Johnson's Farm is where it will end for this season.
Man, sad.
Get those scores up. I don't know that I saw the scores come by.
Not yet.
Oh, they're coming just a second. So, well, anyway, everybody, let us know what you thought of the season, and make sure to stay tuned for information. You'll know anything updated in the Discord about whether we're going to be moving to 2024, whether we're going to be, taking more time to do that, etc. There's, not a final answer yet, but we'll know more in the near future. So please tune in to the Discord, nationalstole.com/chat. Huge shout out to all the aircraft sponsors and other sponsors like Onair and everything.
So a big shout out as well, of course, for everyone for tuning in. This is my first live eSTOL event. I got to say, many things to learn from it, but you can absolutely see how competitive that it is. It was definitely a lot of fun, and to see just the amount of work that goes into this, it's absolutely incredible. So without further ado, the scores are now on our screen for you guys to see. Okay, so what we're looking at the scores here. So the overall scores are slightly different than what we have there. So we'll try and get you the correct scoring on the screen. If we can.
Luke and Freebird. So this is actually because of those 4 disqualifications. So Luke and Freebird actually solidified their first and second place. But then when the 4 people that they came back and had a higher score or lower score than the first place 2 people, but their score couldn't be counted against Luke and Freebird, so those 2 got the first, and then any other numbers should be in chronological order. So if that's not confusing, but obviously the people that disqualified, we're not going to take away Luke's and but yeah. So hey, Cam and Two-Tone and Kando was here, so we thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. I could not tell that this was your first one, Two-Tone. It's like you've done this before. It's like you have a stream that everybody should go check out.
We're there Monday to Friday at various times. You'll see it over on Discord. But yeah, we're starting a new series. Some history starting on Monday. We cover a bit of Napoleon history, which would be something different, but involves all sorts of flying and aircraft. There'd be fixed wing, rotary wing, and definitely looking forward to getting back into some backcountry and a bit of practicing for next year's eSTOL as well. So yeah, I absolutely had a blast today. It's amazing seeing all the pilots work, and it really does come down to that one single trial, right? I mean, you could be practicing all day every day, and then like here's your event, that's what you're scored on. So yeah, a massive thanks to everyone involved with eSTOL, to all the sponsors who make this a reality, and to National Stall as well. It's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege, and very fun to share this space with yourself, Cam, with Burstix, and of course with Kando earlier on. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yep, we'll see you guys next year. There is the 2025 National eSTOL season. So to the Av Geeks and the Stol Freaks, we'll see you next year. Stay tuned to the Discord. Check out the scores for the year. Coming soon. nationalstol.com/chat. Over and out, guys.
See ya.